What is up, everyone? I am here to cast this game. Sorry for the delay. This game was supposed to start, according to Ghost Gamers, this was supposed to start like in 4 hours, but it's starting now. And so I actually missed game 1 because I was still in an excited game. But I'm here now, and we're gonna try to figure things out. I also missed the draft because I was recording a video for YouTube. But I'll be casting the rest of this series, and I'll be casting the rest of today as well. Fortunately, I missed game 1. If you guys want a quick catch up on what happened, it was a pretty stompy game by VP. I think Optic managed to take a Rax. They went with like a kind of cheesy lineup. This Drow Visage did not work out for them, by the way. But it looks like they're having a more standard lineup in this game too. We do have some cancer here. Venomancer mid for CC&C. They got 33 on the safe lane Omni. They have this Omni Sand King lane, which is pretty strong lane. But we have Rerun on Roger here, and he's looking for the wraparound. I mean, these heroes are very tanky and also pretty much full HP, so he's not going to get a kill. He might actually should be a little bit careful of himself here as he gets stunned by Zai. The heal bomb comes out for 33, but Roger still had the lift, and Pasha will just block him off. Use the Thunderclap to slow them down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, CC&C is taking down low. No one. Oh, he has another Tidebringer. Oh, oh, oh. That was a pretty close one. CC&C didn't have any type of healing either. Zai, though, gets caught out in the bottom lane. Oh, what? CC... What? He's watching Zai, and CC&C just gets cleaved. He just got super greedy there. He attempted for a kill onto no one, I think, and no one just turned it around and cleaved him. And so first blood, they're gonna go to Virtus Pro. I did not expect him to die there. Like, he was so low. I thought he'd just back off and wait for the courier, but he got way too greedy, feeding first blood. And in this top lane, this is the classic Warlock Spectre lane. Very hard to pressure. The Spectre will just be farming under a tower, just constantly receiving heals from solo. And even with this Life Stealer Ogre lane, there's only so much they can do. But Pycat is dominating the CS because he does have phase boots. And alright. CC&C goes down again. Drop the Poison Nova. I'm trying to talk here. I'm not set up for the game. I'm sorry for the missed kills, but we're gonna get better as this goes on, trust me. I'm literally unprepared to cast. They just threw me into this because I thought I would have to cast like at 3 AM for me, but it's only 11 PM. There's already game 2. I think no one and Roger are gonna go Shrine up. That's the second death for CC&C, but at the end of the day, he's just the Venomancer, and Venomancer does Venomancer things, and his farm isn't bad. So these 2 deaths kind of suck. The first one definitely was unwarranted. The second one, you know, that was a gank from Rubik, whatever. Omni Knight is free farming bottom. Lifestealer is free farming top. All is still Gucci for now. But Roger gonna make the rotation up to the top lane after shrining up, and he's gonna secure the kill there onto PPD with no boots. That's an easy kill for Virtus Pro, and they're kind of getting out of control a little bit now. I think even with the Lifestealer having complete free farm and the Omni, like, they're gonna have to get stuff done. They gotta get some stuff done before Virtus Pro come online, and they can actually come online fairly quickly. Now, if you look at their draft, they're quite lacking a lot of things. They have Kunkka Spectre, Doom. They don't really have any building hitter, which is not too common for Virtus Pro. They usually have objective takers. Like, they'll pick the Venomancers, not Venomancers, Vipers, Dragon Knights, DKs, things like that for no one. And a lot of times, Ramses also just plays a building hitter as well, and a hard carry. Solo gonna get caught out here at top by 3 heroes, and he's gonna go down, but Ramses gets out alive. It's a 3-man rotation to the top lane, because Omni really doesn't need help to dominate his lane bottom. But in the mid lane, no one gets the boat there onto CC&C, and he gets the chop, cleaving through the Snake Man. No one showing him his pirate skills. mean, maxed out Tidebringer. Does a lot of damage to a squishy hero like Venomancer. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they attempt for a kill onto Ramses once again, but he just gets healed. And Zai is here as well, but he misses the stun. We missed a kill in the bottom lane. We're watching top, as it was a solo kill from 33. As I said, he does not need help. He just dumpsters Pasha at this point. And I think this Omni Knight is actually going to be the key to Optic's success. Because Pycat, he'll do his thing. He will go for an armlet. And once he gets an armlet, he'll be an unkillable hero. The only way he's going to die is if he gets doomed. Even then, he has a very good chance of just running away. If he gets his rage off, especially. They don't have much to catch him, and he's very fast with the blood loss on him, especially. And of course, if Omni Knight is next to him, he's not going to die at all. And Pasha popping his Scorched Earth, looking to play aggressive onto 33, but I mean, there's no way he's going to kill him without Doom. CCNC is holding down the mid lane. And what I was talking about before, about how Virtus Pro don't have an objective taker, is this Venomancer is just going to compound that issue. Again, they don't have any hero to hit buildings, and now they have to try to push against a Venomancer. And I think that if Optic just don't lose any of their tier 1 towers, I don't know how Virtus Pro will ever gain map control, and maybe they'll be able to win team fights, but unless Optic throws, they're just going to completely free farm the whole map, and just take over the map to the point where Spectre doesn't have a place to farm, as they're going to go for a gank here onto Solo, and they get a kill. Ramses will get away once again with the magic wand. Roger rotating in, looking to cut off Zai, who's very low. And he's going to get the lift. This should be a kill for Ramses. And they get the bounty runes as well. You notice, like, the good teams right now, they're making rotations during bounty rune timings, and they're getting kills. Oh, bottom lane, we lose PPD, which isn't really the biggest deal, but this is a big deal, as they got the Doom onto 33. Ooh, no one tries for the Tidebringer, but 33 manages to survive and gets the purification off, so he's just fine. And that was rotations to both bounty runes on both sides of the map. Zai will still get the rune here, even though he got torrented. And CCNC is doing his job of holding down the mid lane, and he's also farming pretty well. At least in terms of CS. The deaths are actually hurting him a lot. But you look at his CS, it's pretty high. And notice his build. No points in Gale. He's not looking to go for kills or anything like that. He's just looking to hold down this mid lane. Again, there's no pushers on the side of Virtus Pro. And with maxed out Venom Wards and maxed out Poison Sting, there's literally no chance of pushing. They won't even be able to get the creep wave to the tower, let alone actually look to do damage to the tower. Meanwhile, top lane, Pycat going to be using the open wounds, and they get the stun off onto Ramses as he shot his dagger out. Now he's going to be losing the move speed, and PPD comes up with the follow-up stun as well. Infest onto Zai to dodge the boat. Zai gets the stun out, also stunning no one, but the cleave will finish him off. Actually, I believe he died to fatal. No, he did die to the cleave. And once again, Ramses survives. No one is 4-0 right now. And his hero is going to accomplish a lot. But again, it's a Kunkka, so he's not going to be able to push towers. Now this is a problem though. Rubik's stealing the Venom wards. Now we can use these to farm. And they're maxed out Venom wards. So... And I believe the Venom wards also get the Poison Sting. Even though Rubik doesn't get Poison Sting, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. No one gets himself an Arcane Rune as well. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Pasha getting some space again. And he actually is catching up in farm with Omni Knight. Just took that one kill onto the Ogre. He's level 6 now. He has maxed out Infernal Blade, and now he's a lot stronger in lane. And oh, they actually catch out Pasha here as... no one just kills PPD again. No, PPD's just dying. Venom War is just being spammed here in the mid lane as well. This is super annoying. Rubik's actually a really good pick here. Again, they're still not going to be able to push, but now Optic are also not going to be able to push. So this is just going to be a strange game where no towers fall unless someone loses a major team fight. Even then, it would have to be a major team fight. They get the catch here onto Pasha. CCNC makes a rotation, but again, I don't think any pushing is happening here. against his Rubik with Venom Wards maxed out Fade Roll. So top tower is actually getting pressure, but it's like full HP, so this is actually going to be quite an odd game. Now Lifestealer has the potential to actually siege at this point, as he has his armlet complete. PPD gonna show up to the mid lane. He still has no boots. He's so poor. This is such a sad ogre. But he's 5 position. He's gonna bloodlust people, and he'll contribute to the game. Spectre will rotate over down here in the bottom lane. His farm is not too bad. He has a relic queued up, so he's rushing the Radiance. He's farming out for late game, as you would expect from Virtus Pro's draft here. And we have a gank here from Kunkka onto Zai, but TP rotations come in, and they're just going to back it off. Yeah, this is going to be a very odd game. Both these drafts are pretty strange. Well, as they get the Doom here, this is a huge Doom onto the Omni Knight, but Pasha can't quite get in range for the Centaur Stun. It's a little bit too low, and Pasha will not be able to get the kill there. Onto 33, he gets away, the Shrine is used, and now Virtus Pro gonna get cut off by Pycat, but the TP is available. They have the stun from Zai, and they will get the kill here onto Pasha, it seems, but no, he survives, and the Warlock Golem is dropped. A big debate from Virtus Pro. They still will lose their Doom, but now Zai will fall as well. Now we have Rubik inside the Sand Cloud. Pycat going to get repelled up, and he's just going to chase for the kill. He still has Rage as well as Open Wounds, but no one with the DD is running in, and Pycat is going to back off. They're even going to use the Guardian Angel to make sure that Lifestealer doesn't die. However, X-Mark Torrent going to be used onto 33. He gets the heal off, but Ramsey's pursuing him with the dagger. They're going to lose 33, and there's really not much that CC can do here. Now we just literally have a fight in the river. Just Venom Wards in the river all over the place, and no objectives being claimed. This has to be one of the strangest pro matches I've ever watched, because of both these drafts and the unique nature of these heroes. Like, there's no building hitters on Virtus Pro, and for Virtus Pro, their team fight is too strong for OG or Optic to push, even though they have building hitters or pushers. So it's literally going to be like probably 20 to 25 minutes even before even a tier 1 tower falls. That's quite odd. We have 33 here with the Yule Scepter build. They're looking for Ramses, and they find him. He does not have a TP. He's in a lot of trouble. They're going to channel Epicenter, and Ramsey is going to go down in the bottom lane. And again, I think with no buildings going down, it's going to just favor Optic. We actually have some tower damage being done here at the mid lane. Now Roger, like, he wants to maximize this. He knows that this is like their one opportunity, because CC&C is down bottom ganking Ramses, and they actually managed to do half damage to the mid tower because this catapult. That's actually huge for Virtus Pro, but even with this tower at half HP, as long as Optic are set up and they're not team wiped or anything like that, this tower is still going to be impossible to take, even though it is quite low health now. And Pycat has really not left this top area of the map. He's just been farming up here, looking to pressure the safe tower, but again, not much pressure has been put up here either. And Ramsey's actually going to TP in. Can they kill him though? He's actually quite tanky. And he gets away as well. He's too fast with the Spectral Dagger and the Phase Boots. And now Pycat's in a lot of trouble. He does have the Infest, gets inside a range creep, and he'll be safe. The Catapult also did a significant damage to this top tower. 33 rotating in. No one actually going to X-Mark himself, looking to get a nice Tidebringer off. And gets it. Oh, doing a lot of damage there to Pycat, but CC&C is now top as well. It's going to be a 5-mana rotation from Optic, and they just want to follow the Spec. Spec does not like this, because like he'll be able to walk mid and farm mid now, and they're just going to follow him. Zai's already on his way to mid lane, and they're just going to make sure the Spectre can't farm. And it's really hard for his team to make space for him to farm, because again, there's not much space in the map. Everyone is playing within their side here. They're kind of limited by these boundaries just because, you know, these towers still being up. Now I think the first tower of the game might go down here. Oh, that's a big cleave from no one, and he pretty much kills 2 heroes right off the bat, off of 1 cleave there. And they drop the rock as well. That's gonna be 2 going down. The Haunt was used, the big ultimates were used, and Venomancer got his ultimate off. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be healed up mostly by Solo. But again, that's going to be a teamfight win there for Virtus Pro. No objectives going to be claimed, not even close to being claimed. Once again, we're back at this stalemate. And Virtus Pro, they're up the kills for sure, but they're not up by so much gold. Pasha just isn't farming down here. He hasn't been involved. And I think that's going to favor Virtus Pro. Like, Doom gets fat, and he's able to get, like, all this solo experience because Optic want to start putting pressure on the map. They start wanting to get towers themselves, especially with these big ultimates being down. But this is going to buy space for Pasha to just do what he's doing down here. And he's catching up in farm. But, you know, you can see the cores on the side of Optic are still ahead. We have a Desolator onto Pycat. No one looking to go in. Gets the Tidebringer there. And he's gonna X-mark himself back. This is Shadow Blade almost gonna be complete for Pasha down here. We have Spectre from the mid lane. CC&C gonna force him to TP out. And he actually has his Relic already, which is not a bad timing. Uh-oh, PPD, X-mark, Boat, Torrent. And he's most likely gonna go down, but they get the Repel off. They get the TP out as well. And Zai looking to catch Pasha down here. I think he just wants to farm his Blink, but he has to watch out. Pasha actually has a Blink. He did not go for the Shadow Blade. He can cancel Zai's Invis here. Oh, he just gets the Doom off. And Pasha gonna just chase him down there with the Centaur stun. That's Doom used, but they get the kill onto Zai. However, it is still unlikely that they're actually going to be able to push down here, so they're just going to back it off. While CC&C is looking to put some pressure onto the mid lane. He's just going to go for a straight BKB build. The Ogre Club is just going to give him a little bit more HP, so he just doesn't get one shot by the Kunkka in the fight. And the BKB, of course, pretty much necessary against the big team fight of Virtus Pro, but they do have a lot of things that go to BKB. Of course, a Tidebringer, but also Doom, Warlock ult, etc. No one is also going for a BKB of his own. You gotta keep in mind, there's a lot of magic immunity on the side of Optic. But, again, they have damage that goes through BKB on the side of Virtus Pro. They just don't have any stuns that go through BKB, which is also a problem. We have Roger here with the Invis Rune. He's scouting out, looking to backstab Optic. I don't know if they can fight into this Veno ward wall. Veno is just rotating top, looking to defend here as the catapult is coming in, and that's going to give an opportunity for Virtus Pro to initiate there onto 33. However, they couldn't kill him as he had the Euls to save himself, and now Pycat is making the connection over to the mid lane. They get the Gale onto Solo. He's most likely dead, but he drops the rock. The rage comes out from Pycat, but he's still stunned. Now, Guardian Angel comes out. CC&C pops the ultimate, but stolen Guardian Angel from Roger is huge. 33 will just be able to run away. Once again, big ultimate to use for Virtus Pro, but nothing will come of it. I think PPD's draft is pretty genius in this game. Again, I missed the draft. I also missed game 1, so I don't know how both of these drafts got constructed, but whatever happened, let's say PPD is pretty smart with what he did here. They need to defend top here. This catapult. It's gonna do some damage. But this is the least important tower. And they're just looking to get mid. This tower is so important, so they're like, okay, ultimate down. Screw the other lanes. We're pushing mid. Or we're potentially even taking a fight, which might lead into Roshan. And that's what they're gonna look to do. Pasha, however, does have the Doom, the Blink Doom as well. PPD just gonna walk right up. They know they just want to start a fight, and they get the stun there onto no one. The Euls canceling his X mark back, and really good immunization play out of 33. He has a Blink Dagger as well, and that's going to lead into Roshan, I believe. Actually, I don't know. They don't really have quite the damage, and Kunkka is still gonna respawn in like 30 seconds. Top tower managed to defend itself, I guess. Meanwhile, over here, they're looking to catch more heroes, as the arrows inside of Optic are pretty fast. I mean, this is a 4 melee draft. Everyone is bloodlusted. They got a Venomancer as well, slowing everyone down. Like, they have no problem catching people. The big problem is just the huge team fight coming out for Virtus Pro, but if they can like isolate and catch out one hero on the side of Virtus Pro, they kind of need all their heroes to fight at this point. And also, Lifestealer is not that bad against Spectre. again, she just wants to buy like super tanky items, so that's what Lifestealer feeds on. I'm gonna call in Discord. I don't know. What is going on? Pycat will have a Sanjin Yashi queued up, so they're just gonna go for more move speed. They just want to be fast. They want to chase people down, and there is kind of a lack of disable on the side of Virtus Pro. I mean, normally you'd think they have a lot, but they're playing against Repel, Rage, and BKB. And actually, Pycat just TP's top, gets a solo kill here. Or no, it was with Zai, infested Zai, and that means that Pycat actually can TP back bottom as he still had it available, as he was just TP top with Infest, and actually had the potential of taking this fight here. The Hunt comes out from Virtus Pro. They're looking to focus down PPD, but he gets the stun there onto Ramses. The Doom is used onto Omniknight, the perfect target, and he's probably going to tick down, but now Pycat is just running a rampage in the back line of Virtus Pro, but they lose Venomancer there as well. He did not get his ultimate off before dying, as he did not have the mana, but they cannot kill Lifestealer and Ogre here. He's trying to just eat through these heroes. I don't know when this Lifestealer was picked, but I feel like if it wasn't picked early, it should have been banned. Lifestealer is just so good against this triple core lineup on the side of Virtus Pro. And now the towers are starting to fall. And, you know, with these super tanky heroes that have high HP values, Lifestealer just feeds off of them. And they also don't have much answer through Rage and Repel. So this is like the perfect game. They have some reliable stuns as well, with the Ogre as well as Sand King. PPD. Alright. I think it's gonna be a PP feed. No one's finishing off the kill. Gets the bounty runes as well. Oh, gets a torrent there onto Pycat. And he does have the Sanjin Yashi complete already, and he's just gonna go for the Lincoln Sphere next. And it won't help him out too much, as if they have the capabilities of popping it, they have a lot of spells with long range that they can pop the Lincolns with to get that Doom off. But if he's raged, then they might have a problem. But at the end of the day, I don't think they want to rage the Lifestealer anyway, so I'm not so sure if he actually will buy his Lincolns or not. So it feels like a good Lincolns game, right? Against Kunkka, Rubik, Doom, but at the same time, it's not the best Lincolns game. I feel like you just go for like an AC or something like that. There's going to be a smoke coming out from Optic, and they're going to catch Solo here. High ground ward drop, stun comes out, and they just delete him there. And they're going to get the D ward as well. Oh, they're going to look to pressure mid. And I think that Optic's draft will just have complete control over the map. They place the ward here. Is it just right out of range? Wow. And they go right into Roshan with that pickoff onto Warlock. I mean, he's really important, even without his ultimate. If he gets the Fatal Bonds out, he can't really continue to Roche. Now, actually, the big thing in this game is, like, magic immunity doesn't help with the Warlock stun, right? But it's really good against Warlock still, because it's just going to get rid of his Fatal Bonds, unlike all these heroes. And he's suddenly just useless. And, oh, they actually get initiate. They get the torrent, the boat comes out, but the BKBs, the Repels, Guardian Angel comes out. They get the stun there onto the Doom, who did use the Doom there into Lifestealer, but that's not the hero you want to Doom. You want to Doom the Omniknight, and now Omniknight is just going to chase down no one here. The stun comes out from Zai, and this is going to be, oh, actually get the finish off kill there onto Pycat, and Ramsey survives that. That fight was looking really good for Optic, and all of a sudden they just lose their heroes at the end of the fight. The damage output coming out from Ramsey was just way too much. He chased people down, and with just a naked Radiance hood, he still did a ton of damage there. Pycat also lost his Aegis, and Roger, I think he made the plays in that fight. He stole Burrow Strike and locked people down. That was a fight without the Warlock Golem, and Doom more or less being wasted. So you can still see the potential for team fighting on the side of Virtus Pro, as long as they have all their spells, and they get their spells off before getting picked off by a Lifestealer bomb or something like that. Now we have Pasha with a BKB newly picked up. BKB for Kunkka has been up for a while. They get the Yules here onto Roger, but he has the Burrow Strike out. Solo again has the Rock. And they're placing a very aggressive ward behind the tower. They get the jump onto Solo again. The Force Staff gonna save him for now. He drops the Sentry just so they can get the D ward. He knows they had vision behind the tower for sure. And now PPD just looking to chase further, but he gets X marked back. However, he's going to get repelled, and that's going to save him. They're going to look to push into the mid lane, as they're feeling strong right now on the side of Optic. You know, triple Magic Immunity core setup. Bloodlusted as well. And Zai seem to have a Yules, which will help him out a lot. That Purge to get rid of any slows, or of course Fatal Bonds, is huge. Also can use it to set up, cancel Kunkka's X mark. They get the D ward here eventually, and I mean Optic, they're clearly in the dominant position. However, the net worth is not that much in their favor, and that's because Spectre is farming pretty well, including No One as well. He's had a good start to the game, died a couple times now, but he's also keeping up a net worth. He's going to be building into the Heaven's Halberd to deal with the Lifestealer. And it looks like Optic are looking to set up for another play here, but they got to know that all ultimates are going to be up for Virtus Pro. So they're going to have to approach this gank pretty cautiously. And they want to get a good target to initiate on. They do not want to get turned on by Haunt, Warlock Golem, and get caught by a big boat or something like that. And they can just straight up get team wiped. It looks like Virtus Pro is looking to push the bottom lane, and this smoke is not going to pay off. Again, they didn't want to run into the 5-man of Virtus Pro. They did not want to run into 5-man. They were hoping they can catch off the solo hero. Most importantly, they were hoping they can catch out the Spectre, who most likely would play separate from our team. But Ramses is really smart. He knows that if he shows on the other side of the map, or if he plays solo, he's the target that Optic is going to aim for, because they do not want to initiate on anyone else. Otherwise, he's just going to haunt in, and the fight is going to be pretty easy to take for VP. So he was just farming really safely in a D-ward area, and he even groups up with the rest of his team. And now that they know that Optic has made the rotation to the top, he feels safer bottom, and he's also going to be able to haunt in top as they get the Doom there onto the Lifestealer. And as I said, it might not be the best thing to Doom the Lifestealer, but if we can get the Omni Knight caught in with him, they're going to be able to take that fight. It's going to be a double kill for Pasha, and Virtus Pro coming in with a surprise initiation onto Optic Gaming without vision. That's actually quite impressive. They got there fast, and they also initiated, did not hesitate there, as a moment of hesitation could have just allowed Optic to escape or even turn and get a kill as they were coming in one by one. It's not easy to make this play, let me just say that. It might have looked easy there, it might look like an easy fight, they just press their buttons, but everyone has to be prepared, and they have to not hesitate, because otherwise, suddenly Optic get a jump onto one person that comes up, and of course, it really helped out that Spectre was in the game. She creates chaos in the fight, which makes making that type of play a lot easier than it normally would be. And so they're actually going to start to get some towers on the map. And with the 3k advantage now, Virtus Pro, Spectre Gaming, they have the Manta style now on Ramses, and he's actually quite a big issue for Optic at this point. But now they know that the Doom is on cooldown, Warlock Golem's on cooldown, so they're gonna look to make a play. But I think if Virtus Pro, they just play extremely conservatively, when they don't have their ultimates up. And you can see Ramses is just running back to his base. He's not farming the map. He knows that without their ultimates, they can't really fight, so they're just gonna give the map away to Optic, and they're gonna come back in when they have their ultimates again. They're really just sitting in their base. Just sitting in their base. No Haunt, no Doom, no Warlock, Rock. Only one hero is playing on the map right now, or No One, or for VP, and it is No One. Tries to get the X mark there. We have Roger here, even just cutting the top wave with his Gale. 33, gonna catch him out, however. Gets the Blink Force Staff Yules onto Roger there, and he's pretty much dead now. But, I mean, he did his job. He forced a TP. I mean, 33 was going to TP out anyway, but he forced them back here He cut the wave, so they're not going to be able to get any objective, and Roshan is not up yet. So even though he's dead for quite a while, not really going to affect them too much. You have the tip there from PPD. I think Virtus Pro are in somewhat of an advantage now, but of course, you can't count out Optic. They still have a fairly strong draft in the late game. Pycat actually still decides to go for that Lincoln Sphere. And this is mainly to counter Doom. Because if he gets his rage off, they're not going to be able to pop his Lincolns unless Doom gets the net creep, which he has a net creep. So, it's kind of useless. I was really surprised that he actually would go for Lincolns. Because again, they have so many things to pop it, and it's not like they want to Doom Pycat anyway. Like, they'll be happy dooming him if they also can catch the Omni Knight, but if they just straight up doom him and they don't catch the Omni Knight at all, Omni is just going to be able to go in and save him. The problem is, like, they have Spectre, right? So if they combine a Spectre Haunt with the Doom onto Pycat, they'll also have eyes on the 33, so they're going to be able to catch him, disable him, make sure he doesn't just, like, Guardian Angel heal up the Lifestealer. And they actually will get the catch here onto Solo. He gets the rock off beforehand, the Haunt comes out, Solo will end up going down, but now, yeah, there it is. They pop the Lincolns with the net, get the Doom there onto Pycat. Omni Knight does get the ultimate off, but stolen Guardian Angel once again. Epicenter now onto two heroes, but they're way too tanky on the side of Virtus Pro. They will be able to chase down and kill the Doom, but the Armlet on the Lifestealer ticked him down so low. He might even go for that cheeky play and just get rid of his Armlet. He can put it in his backpack so he doesn't tick down from it, but he just decided to keep it on. And they actually will get away for the most part on the side of Optic. They only lose PPD, and they get 2 kills, wasting all of Virtus Pro's ultimates as well. I would say that's a huge fight win. That's what I was talking about, not wanting to doom the Lifestealer. Even having the perfect creep to break his Lincolns, do the rage, and then dooming him. The Omni Knight this time around was not disabled. He was able to get his spells off, and he was able to just keep the Lifestealer alive with the Guardian Angel, and that's it right there. And then suddenly CCNC was doing a lot of damage as well once their BKBs ran out with his Poison Nova, and they just had to back away. And now Roshan is still not quite up yet. 40 seconds for that. They're just going to go for a smoke again on the side of Optic. They try to catch out Solo, but the Force Staff plays from Solo and Roger, but now Roger, without his Force Staff, is now left for dead, and that's almost more than important to kill there, as the Warlock doesn't have his ultimate, so it's quite unfortunate. He's sacrificing himself to save Solo and then losing his own life. Because again, the heroes on the side of Optic are fast, and they want to make a move here onto the high ground with no ultimates on the side of Virtus Pro, but they're starting to come up. They have Haunt in 15, Doom is up in 40, and the Rock, longest cooldown, is up in 60 seconds. No one backs himself off there before he can get Yules. It's actually pretty big. He also has a BKB, so even if he gets Yules and stop right here, he probably still wouldn't die, but he didn't want to put himself in a risky position. Pycat now going to rage, just looking to hit the tower. Fortify was already used by Virtus Pro, and it looks like they're just going to take the tower and back off. Pasha, in the meantime, is split pushing bottom, and we'll get the tower down there. Now, shrines are going to be available for the taking on the side of Optic, and I think that timing just worked out really well for them. Double catapult timing down in the mid lane, no ultimates for Virtus Pro. They're able to secure an objective in the mid lane, and now there's a big farm bottom, so PPD's just pinging it out. I don't know if they're actually let him take this. Probably will. This is super poor, but actually he's just going to run to his team. They ignore the bottom lane entirely. Not getting greedy for these creeps because they know Roshan is up. Roshan is up, they gotta play in Roshan, and VP and Roger actually knew that PPD might be making the connection. I think he may still die. Oh, they catch him out, but I don't know if they have the damage output. It's a tanky ogre, and yeah, they cannot kill him. Bottom lane though is taking damage from the catapult. Someone gotta defend that. But at the same time, they don't want to lose their positioning around Roshan, so they're just gonna let the tower take damage. Spectre's also down here split pushing, and he has the Haunt, and he's going to use it. The Doom is also used onto Pycat. Warlock is dropped. PPD gonna get deleted. He will buy back into the fight. They get, actually, the Poison Nova onto Zai, or the Sankenstan, I mean. I heard Poison Nova, but it was Sankenstan. Kind of similar sound effect, actually. Pycat Gets doomed once again. Nothing happens of it, but oh, they come in with the broken Lincolns. Gets the instant stun there onto Lifesteal before he can rage, but now he gets the rage and the repel. And he's gonna infest the dodge the boat as well. PPD gonna go down again, but now the damage output coming out is way too much. They're gonna lose Pycat, but he does not want to give Roshan away, so he immediately buys back into the fight. He gets the open wounds there onto no one but BKB. Gonna get rid of it. And actually, now Optic are in a very bad position. They're catching out 33 here. He does get the repel on himself, but the net comes out from Pasha. He has to go use himself to take it off. No, but Ramses and no one are really low on mana. They don't have the mana it takes to fight. However, they're still super tanky, so they're not going to die to Pycat. I don't know about these Lincolns. I feel like it just hasn't done anything. It's like literally blocking one spell. They're still getting a Doom onto him. They're still, you know, doing what they want. This is not helping him too much. And now I feel like his damage output is lacking because there's no AC, no MKB. He even could have just went like a Daedalus or something like that for just maximum damage. I mean, these heroes are tanky, but they're also relatively survivable with the boat. They're pretty low armor though, so if he gets the armor, you know, reduction from the AC, it could be huge. But instead, he just has his Lincolns here. Not to flame Pycat's item build, but I feel like it's not optimal. Sure, Pycat knows a lot more what he's doing than me, but they get the stun here onto Ramses. He will Manta dodge. And he's still taking a lot of damage. The Guardian Angel comes out from the side of Optic. They're still looking to just focus Ramses down. He has the buyback haunt, and I think he wanted to die there. They just do maximum damage to Optic because they know if they get the team wipe here, they're going to win the game. They get the team wipe, they kill the Lifestealer without buyback, and this game is over. So Ramses was just literally just baiting that one. That was literally an intentional death into buyback ult. And they get the Doom here onto 33, which is huge. He does have the buyback, however. They snipe the Rubik here in the middle of the fight, as Ramses, though, is still going to man up. He's way too tanky. They're focusing down Pycat, and with the Hex from Pasha, they're going to kill him. The buyback does come out from the Omni, but he's gotten here too late. CC is going to die back here as well. Now, this is two diebacks onto major cores on the side of Optic. They force his buyback onto 33 as well. They're going to get Roshan, and that Aegis onto Spectre means that she's just unkillable. If they waste their efforts into killing her, she's going to do way too damage with Dispersion, and that's just going to end up winning the game. And it also goes to Spell Immunity. This is going to be an Aegis for Ramsey. I feel like this is actually GG. We have a Daedalus for no one as well. Ramses takes the Aegis, Cheese for no one. They have a Hex onto Pasha. Again, I commended Optic's draft in terms of being a pretty decent strategy, but I think the fact that they lost their laning stage too hard, I think they had a slightly better laning stage. Things could have been different, at least for CC and C-Slane, right? Like, no one getting as much farm and levels as he did was a major problem for them in the early to mid game. And it was just like a comeback effort for Optic, and eventually they're able to secure map control and get things done, but it just felt like it didn't come online early enough, and Ramses was just able to still get too much farm. And now the bright side for Optic, even though they died back on 2 cores there, the tower pushing is still pretty awful for VP, so they only managed to get the mid-racks here and not actually end the game. But I still think they can end the game off of this Aegis and Cheese alone. There's even a DD rune here in the bottom lane. They have Doom up again in 20 seconds. Top wave is being pushed in, so someone got to deal with that. Who's gonna take the DD? Is no one gonna buy a bottle? Yep. Eternal Envy plays, buys a bottle, takes the DD, and he's hoping to just get a one-shot onto someone. Actually gives the DD to Spectre, never mind. That's really the Envy play. Envy's like, buy me a bottle, buy me a bottle, buy bottle, buy bottle. Buy bottle, buy bottle. And then he's like, okay, bottle DD. And now there's a DD Spectre in this game. Of course, it can get purged by Yules. I don't know if they want to Yules just for a Spectre DD. But again, if they don't get rid of it, it's also just going to be doing an insane amount of damage. Because again, all of his damage goes through BKB. And that's kind of what Optic was relying on to survive these mid-game fights. But now, when Ramses is online, and no one also is doing a lot of physical damage himself, Optic have to be quite worried. They have no buy box on any of their cores, and it could just be one last fight and they'll lose the game. There's even a Blink Dagger purchased on solo just for better positioning. Zai is split pushing top, but Optic, I don't actually know how they can win this game now. This feels impossible against a Spectre like this. And she will be TPing top. Her DD actually was used, and she'll pass that bottle back to no one. I don't know if that's the best usage of that DD there. I don't know if that's also the best usage of buying a bottle. And he sold his bottle, and he rebought one just for the DD, and don't actually manage to use it at all. But it's whatever. No one's rich, right? Who cares? Now, Pycat still hasn't finished his MKB yet. He's just sitting on his Lincolns. I feel like this one item just screwed Optic's game, actually. Because this Lincolns literally contributed nothing. They lost the fight with the Lincolns. Because he got doomed anyway. Or actually, no, that was before Lincolns. He got doomed here, and he thought he needed Lincolns because he got doomed and he died. So he was like, I can't get doomed. But then Pasha was like, okay, you have Lincolns, I'll just get a Troll Creep. He still has a Troll Creep again. He replaced it with a Centaur for a little bit, but now he has a Troll again. And like, if he wants to doom the Lifestealer, he'll doom the Lifestealer, because he has a BKB. They can't stop him. And oh, he's going to catch out CC&C with the Hex here. The Haunt's going to come in. He'll actually doom CC&C this time around, but the heal comes out from the Omni Knight. Guardian Angel as well. Ramses comes in, will have his BKB, so he's going to just be able to chase down CC&C, not being slowed. And Infest going to be used onto 33. He wants to get out of here. But, oh, Infernal Blade. Couldn't get off in time. Lowest basic attack time in the game for Doom. Unfortunate. And, well, game is still saved there. If they lost 33 there, and Lifestealer as well, most likely, that's probably game. 33 got the TB out, so saved. And it looks like First Pro just looking to push top. Zai looking to cut their waves, but he's gonna get punished for it. Stolen Burrow Strike onto Zai. Pasha gonna chase him down here, and Zai does have buyback. It's gonna be a pick off there. It just will expire as they get the jump onto no one in the bottom lane, but they're gonna look to go for solo instead. He has the Ghost Scepter though, so he's still gonna be able to survive. And he has the blink as well. He cannot get it off in time. Drops the rock as he dies. And it doesn't matter for Virtus Pro because they just catch up PPD here, so they're going to trade 5 position for 5 position. 33 actually got 600 gold for that kill. And now they get the Hex onto 33, but he gets his BKB off now, and he's just looking to man up a little bit. The cheese gets used by no one, but takes a lot of damage. Still, however, though, oh my god, they come in there with the Doom, and they kill Highcat. They kill 33, and as I said before, they lose those 2 heroes without buyback. The game is over, as they're pretty much the only 2 heroes that are going to be able to do anything on the side of Optic against Virtus Pro. And with this kind of wonky draft, super late game draft, team fighting draft from Virtus Pro, they secure the win, and they 2-0 Optic Gaming. And Optic, it felt like they're, you know, trying to come up with some innovative next level drafts to beat Virtus Pro, but at the end of the day, Virtus Pro's solid team fighting and laning stage just secured them the game. Optic wasn't ahead enough in the laning stage to do what they wanted to do, which was snowball the game before the Spectre can come online. You know, Ramses was getting pressure. They're literally running at him, and it just felt like the, you know, timer was ticking. And I feel like no one just had way too good of a laning stage. Getting that solo kill onto CC&C, and getting a consecutive kill with Roger. I mean, look at CC&C's game. 3-9-11, you might make fun of the guy for it, but, you know, he did his job as the Venomancer in this game. The only problem was, you know, those slight advantages, or, you know, big advantages, going to no one in the laning stage affected Optic's team fighting in the early game. Like, no one was just super farm. As you remembered, he was just cleaving through heroes and doing an insane amount of damage, which just bought time for Ramses. And at the same time, because they were trying to put so much pressure onto Ramses, Pasha, who had an awful laning stage against 33, was able to come back into the game, get super farm, get the items he needed. And I would say Pasha, played extremely well in this game in terms of being able to come back. His Doom selection was pretty good, but I mean, Roger also made huge plays with the Burrow Strike. He saved numerous fights that are looking pretty bad, and I think between Roger, Ramses, and even Solo, I mean, it's Virtus Pro. Like, everyone on their team is pretty much making some sick plays. They're able to just save each other with Force Staff and just kiting Optic around in the fight. Doesn't matter how fast they are with the Bloodlust, eventually they're gonna die when you have a Kunkka just cleaving through everyone with the Tidebringer and a Spectre burning everyone down with Radiance chasing them with the Dispersion. And I felt like Optic just kind of like scrambled like chickens every time the Haunt came out, and they just weren't able to actually focus down heroes before they just ticked down too low. And even when they were able to focus down some heroes, they took too much damage in the process, and as a result they couldn't actually clean up the fight the way they wanted. And I think things could have been different. I think they definitely could have won with their draft. It wasn't an out draft. I gotta commend PPD in both game 1 and game 2. It felt like they could win, but they just had to play at that next level, and they're not quite there yet to match Virtus Pro. And Virtus Pro played at their top tier level. They were on point in this game. Nothing looked too off, and they kind of had a weird draft. And like, no real way to push, no real way to take objectives, and they weren't taking objectives until like 20 minutes of the game, which isn't too common for Virtus Pro, but they made it work still, and they're going to move onward. So we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to be moving on to the next game, which will be LGD, or PSG LGD versus Team Liquid. So stay tuned for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this cast. And again, unfortunately I missed game 1, but if you guys want to watch some highlights for game 1, I'm just going to play through them right now. Constabile rank 1 Poggers. But I'm going to play through it right now. And we're going to just take a break until the game starts, because I don't want to continue to talk. I'm going to go eat some stacks, mute my mic. And I don't know if you guys want to play music or not. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm probably just going to let the game play. So, thanks for watching for now, and stay tuned for the next game.
First blood. It was ours all along.
Was only a matter of time. Denied. About time. Radiant's top tower's in bad shape. Radiant's top tower's Radiant's top tower's hurt.
Pathetic well.
Precious bounty.
Wages of fear.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Double damage.
Dire's top tower.
Dragons.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down. Top tower. Dire's mid tower has no stronger. No breaking through the Dire structures for now. Dire's mid tower could use a little help. Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now. Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
shadows take us.
Somebody's cooking.
Forsaken.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower? Radiant's bottom tower is laid. Radiant's top tower is taking hits. Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
With my thanks.
Manage.
Invisibility!
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Amazing what you found lying around. Precious bounty.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Regeneration.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down. guarantee. Dyer's mid tower could use a little help. Dyer's mid tower could last much longer. Hope the Dire weren't partial to that mid tower.
A little something extra for the
Regeneration.
precious bounty.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart. Radiant's mid tower's in trouble. No breaking down the radiant structures like this. Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so good.
Tilted trash.
Alright, I'm back, guys. I don't know when the next game is, but we're just gonna chill for now. When is it? 15 minutes? What are they doing?
I think so. This is what BSG said or something.
The Radiant's
I
courier
think that.
Do you know how many
didn't
viewers
make
that
it.
guy has? Fucking subs on subs, dude. He made in 10 minutes, he made 500 bucks.
Yeah, because their main stream cut out.
Yeah. It was actually more than 500 because there's a bunch of people who did they did 3 month, or not 3 month. They did what's it called? Tier 3 sub, which is 25 bucks. There's at least like 5 of them who did that, so it's.
Dude, BSJ basically killed Raw Dota's career, dude.
Who, BSJ?
Yeah. Because if BSJ was like playing pubs right now, you know Henry would be getting all his viewers, right?
Yeah, but I mean someone else would come in. Henry wasn't quality content.
What? No. No one else would come in, dude. Who else would do it? Literally no one. It's just BSJ or Henry. No one else is doing it. Henry is gonna draw more viewers than some tier 2 shitcaster that's taking himself way too seriously.
It's possible, but amongst the ashes rise anew. So until BSJ gets on an actual team who becomes a tier 1 caster who goes to the events.
Well, he's gonna go to events. Like, they're gonna actually let him go. Like, why is he not at this event? I don't know. Like, who do they have sitting on the freaking panel? Bulldog? Like, imagine Bulldog, Kyle, BSJ. Like, come on. Why is that not a thing? Like,
Because Bulldog just started getting the panels because they realized that if he casts it, they lose viewers. But by inviting Bulldog, they gain viewers.
yeah, so BSJ is basically going to accomplish the same thing now. They're going to realize that. So, this is not going to happen for long, so... Eventually, I'll be able to steal the viewers. At least on YouTube. I don't know about Twitch. Unless I consistently start streaming on Twitch again. But I do not want to stream playing. I hate streaming playing.
Because you're told rage.
Yeah. And also don't play like constantly. Like sometimes I'll spam Q and then sometimes I'll play a game and take a break for like an hour. Depending on my mood.
I'm just waiting for my Q ban because I'm sick and tired of playing on this 5k account. I'm just gonna sell it. Just waiting for the buyer to show up.
Is this game not starting or what? I could have just recasted game 1. Dude, I dropped my top 10 medal. Dude, fuck me. I just want to keep top 10 medal, dude. I'm rank 11. Alright. Alright, I just need to try super hard and get like 200 or more, and then I'll get my top 10 medal and I'll keep it for a while.
Yeah, they're starting right now. Game 1 for Vici Gaming.
Alright.
They're starting right now.
I mean, this game's over. Well, not really, no. This is where the game goes over. The fucking save from solo, and the game's over. Dude, this fucking sick ass save from solo with the Bane sleep.
What are you doing?
I'm watching game 1, VP Optic, Rerun. Because what else is there to do, dude? It's not start yet because I'm on a freaking stream delay.
Oh, well, it started on the PG. PG, man. 15 minutes?
Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this scorecard thing before I forget.
30 minutes.
And wait, for people on stream, game 2 is gonna start. Are you gonna cast this? You wanna cast? Is fucking secret VG. I'm gonna change these titles. Secret VG next, guys. If you're tuning in just now, this is a game that already happened. Optic versus VP. VP already won. You guys haven't caught up with that. But Secret VG up next. Gonna change the stream titles.
Also, I have bronchitis, so, yeah.
I mean, you're like the color commentator, dude. You just give some input.
What, you racist? You don't like colored commentators?
You're the colored commentator, man. Alright, where's the game? There's no game.
This is a all equality game. We're gonna have to fire you. You don't like colored commentators, right?
Today's national, or this month is National Gay Pride Month, dude.
I know. 2 days ago was National Gay Pride Day.
This is a hashtag LGBTQT plus stream.
2018 lol. Cisgender in 2018 lol.
This is where they're gonna win the game right here. Watch this. Watch this closely, guys. This is how you win the game.
Who's the first gay Dota pro player, man?
It's Flea, man.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out as to why Dota has no pro girl gamers, like in the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 market.
Because they all give up immediately.
Why though?
As soon as they play in a team.
Why?
What? Because they don't.
Diet bottom
I don't know.
The business.
First of all, there's not enough. And then, like, just think of all, like, the tier 2, tier 3 guys that quit. So they don't have the mental fortitude. So, like, you know, most people are gonna say, like, oh, because it's a girl. Alright? But, like, how many tier 2, tier 3 pros never make shit? So it's the same shit. It's just there's not enough. There's not enough of them.
Yeah, but you'd think there'd be one girl that everyone would want to coach because she's a girl. Everyone would want to help because she's a girl. You know what I mean?
Who's bottom racks?
I'm just saying, man. That's the way it be.
I mean, that's what they did with Overwatch. But Dota doesn't work like Overwatch. It's based on merit. Like Overwatch, the shittiest team in the league hired a girl just because she's a girl and they would get publicity. They literally lose every single game. They haven't won a single game all season. Haven't won a single game all season. But it's how Overwatch works. So Dota, like, you actually gotta win shit, so like no team is just gonna pick up a girl just because she's a girl. They'll pick up a girl if she's good. And they think they can win with her.
Pick up a girl, dude. You can't pick up a girl? Girl?
There's still no game. Is it just me or there's no game? I don't know how Optic threw the first game. I think they should have won. And they just initiate on the Luna, and she just gets saved by Vayne, pops BKB, kills her whole team with like 20% HP. It's some crazy stuff right there. Dude, Solo is just saving people. Optic actually lost this because they lost all 3 lanes.
Take that.
If they won at least 2 of their lanes, they'd be good.
Take your tribute.
Well, they didn't lose all 3. They win 1 game at lane and they lose 2. But they should, like, they need to win 2 to win with their drafts. Like, Virtus Pro is so confident that they're gonna win like 2 out of 3 lanes that they just pick the better late game lineup and they don't care. Or the better team fighting lineup and they don't care. With like the better late game hero. In game 2 they just picked Spectre and it doesn't matter what PPD did and drafted. They just won the Spectre's lane with the Warlock. And she got a good farm at least. Decent farm. And she just got a fast radiance and it was just GG. Still no game. I'm gonna change my music, by the way. What music pack do I have? I'm gonna use this one. Alright, Optic mounting the push in the bottom lane. Let's see if they can do it. Spoiler alert, they don't. He's just feeding his birds every time to Luna. Are you sure there's a game, dude? Are you just bullshitting? Are you sure there's a game?
Oh, no game. No
You're
game.
bullshit.
I wasn't bullshitting, dude. They got into their fucking chairs and everything. They started gearing up.
We're actually gonna fully watch game 1, huh?
What the fuck am I doing with my life, man? I'm sitting here fucking playing Fortnite till I can fucking queue on Dota and learn absolutely nothing, man. That's what I'm doing, dude.
Sec
Jeez,
moment.
Man. Pressing shit, dude.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for the moment, guys. We can skip it. Skip.
I don't have the motivation to do anything else, Hachi, man.
Skipped.
I need answers, dude.
This is
Give me answers, Hachi.
I don't know, dude.
I need answers.
I'm supposed to know.
Chat, give me answers.
Ramses 666, dude. Why can't you be like Ramses 666? 18 years old, wins 3 majors, ESL. Just look at him. And no one
Being
just.
honest, that's probably it, you know? Just because I'm shit.
No one is also just 19, dude.
Nation, dude.
No one's 19.
I know, man. He looks like he's 12, too.
Looks like a burly Russian boy.
Invisibility?
I know how to handle such power.
He's about to run down mid right now with Arcane Rune. This is the last fight for Optic. They do some clowny ass sleep play here.
Dire's mid towers haven't technical. If Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Alright, let's go sleep.
No breaking through the Dire structures for now.
Sleep. Play. Go. Easy sleep.
Jack is about to start.
Use their sleep to kill Bane. And then they had it refreshed. And Zai just dies before he can sleep again. Just instantly dies. And that's a GG. Bouncing blades, bouncing blades. Roger with the stun onto CCNC. The triple Visage word stun, but I mean Visage just falls off too hard against a Luna with Butterfly Satanic. You know, maybe against a Gyrocopter you can kill him. But against a Luna with Butterfly Satanic, you don't care. You don't care. And your other carry is a Drow Ranger with 4,000 gold saved up. What? Dude, I feel like Pycat played awfully in both these games. NCC and C.
Radiant's top tower is taken here. The Dire's ancient ain't gonna last.
Like, I don't know. I don't even think it was a drafting problem. Like, sure, I think Verspro's draft is like better and all, but like, if you execute it well, I think Optic could have won. Like, it was drafting wasn't even a problem. It just didn't play well. We've recently taken action. Alright, that's gonna be it. What do we do now, guys? We just wait. Just wait for the game to start. Everyone's getting immortal now. What is this? No, I'm the only one who has my number. Why? Come on, the rank 10 medal looks so cool. Why do I have to be rank 11? Come on. Who the frick calibrated like slightly higher than me? So I'm rank
It
11.
doesn't have to be slightly higher than you. It could have been Vaughn played another game and got rank 1 and then sent you to rank 10.
No, I checked the leaderboards. Van is still not on it. Let me get. So, alright, 7.3 before in old MMR rank was like rank 16 or something. It was still top 20. His BSJ was 7.3. I don't know what BSJ is now. But I'm assuming he's also going to be like top 10. Because he won his calibration games pretty hard. Did it start yet? No. I don't know when it's starting. They're taking forever. Let me check. What's the deal?
Oh, they started.
Did it? Is it up? Nice. It's just started. If I first calibrate on party MMR, will my rank calibration change if I then finish my solo MMR calibration? If you get higher in your solo, yeah. The medal that shows on your profile is just whatever medal that's higher. That's it. Alright, what's going on here? Alright, gotta mute all these streams, or turn off all these streams so I don't lag.
What are they even fighting for? What is it? An artifact?
What? What are you watching, dude?
Like the trophy. What's the trophy that they win?
I don't know. Super major. Anyway.
Radiant's ban.
Welcome everyone to game 1 between Team Secret and Vici Gaming. This is the China Dota 2 Super Major.
Dyer's pick.
I believe this is the losers bracket, winners bracket. How's the bracket looking like? Oh, hold on, give me a second. I gotta check it out.
This is day 1 of the lower bracket. Playing all the lower.
Oh yeah, it's lower bracket. Versus Pro is lower bracket too because they threw their games to LGD by giving them Mayo. So yeah, they did eliminate Optic. This is a lower bracket match as well. IO is banned out, and Zeus start for Secret. That's probably 4 Zeus, right, for Yapser. And they get Ace's Lone Druid as well. VG did get the Bane, probably best 5 position right now. Like in my opinion, he's the best, but you can argue maybe like Disruptor or Warlock is better for team fighting, but for laning stage, Bane's hand down the best 5 position.
5 seconds.
Which Dr. OP dude? He's a Boeing serial for the day.
Interesting. Like they banned out Axe. I'm just afraid of Axe. This fought a signature. They also get rid of Puppy's Chen. Because Chen is one hero that can give Bane some problems. Because he doesn't really have a way to deal with him. And they get a Clockwork second pick. I don't know how I feel that against Lone Druid. It's okay. They see Zeus 4, but like Zeus 4 is gonna build a 4 staff. And you can get it fairly quickly. This is having a decent game. But like, what other 4s could they have gone here? Like, you know, Tusk doesn't feel that great either. This Clockwork is their best bet. So the 4 positions right now, you want to be a decent laner, and Clockwork is a pretty decent laner. Has good stats, move speed's fine. You can burn mana in the laning stage against melee heroes, which makes some lanes hard. I'm gonna ban out mid one's Ember. Come in the second phase. Looking at Team Secret's draft, I'm just gonna try for some 4 create space for Lone Druid Radiance, if that's what he's gonna go for, or he might even go for the range build. Who do you think will win? I pick VG for this game, actually. But we'll see after the drafts. It's a Bloodseeker ban. Bloodseeker gaining popularity because he is really bad against a super aggro dual lane, but VG banned out a lot of aggro dual lane potential, like Axe and Beastmaster. And Bloodseeker, if you have like a
10
lot of
seconds to
harass,
go.
it's like something with a Zeus, and Bloodseeker Zeus is also kind of a
5
combo.
seconds.
Because even though you can't Blood Rage the Zeus for global damage anymore, it halves the damage gap. It's still going to speed him up every time Zeus does a ton of damage to everyone with the Thunder God's Wrath. Kunkka ban coming out from Team Secret. Pretty popular mid laner right now just for his team fighting potential. And for the most part, he's going to win his lane. Having the ability to use Tidebringer to deny is pretty solid. Okay, Brewmaster ban.
Dyer's pick.
Is that a hero that 11 has been playing? I know it is 11 hero. And Mirana second pick. They just want to pick cores that are pretty decent against Clock. Mirana isn't the best hero, but I think she's being picked a lot right now because she isn't a bad hero, and that's pretty much when Mirana gets played. Because she provides you a lot of utility, right? She's a versatile
10
hero.
seconds
She's
to
not
go.
going to be the best at like carrying in the late game or anything like that, but
5 seconds.
she will do what you need a core to do. Right? She's able to push out lanes. She can farm fairly quickly, set up ganks. She's survivable, and you know she can dish out a decent amount of damage, especially with the recent buffs to Leap. It's VG Gaming's third pick here. I can't hear you. You're like cutting out.
Where's Wings Gaming at, man? I thought they were gonna be in this tournament.
It disbanded. I mean, where's Wings Gaming?
Dude, it's Super Major China, the Wings Gaming Chinese team.
Wings Gaming doesn't even exist anymore. I don't even think they're a word anymore.
They're not.
VG,
Just bored as fuck out of this draft, that's all.
I mean, Secret have a secret draft. VG is picking literally the most standard heroes you can go for, and they get Underlord. It's an 11 Underlord. I think they're gonna go for like a Luna now. And just close us out with some Death Ball.
Dyer's pick.
They saw what VP did. Oh my.
Undying.
This is some dank draft from Team Secret right now. I
This
don't
is
know.
a very weird draft. I mean, they
That-
don't have any cloud control at
That's
all.
a 4 Zeus.
So 4 Zeus, what, 3 Undying?
Most
Or
likely.
it's the ace?
No,
Yeah.
it's a 5 position Undying. Marana's
Not Undying,
mid,
it's
I
10
think.
seconds
Sorry, I
to
meant
go.
the fucking Lone Druid.
I think Marana's mid. Ace is gonna take the
5
Lone Druid
seconds.
to safe lane.
Oh, GG, Ace's safe laner low.
They're last picking Fada's hero. They're literally last picking Fada's hero. Unless Fada's Marana, they're picking another mid for mid one. But I don't.
think so.
I don't know. I don't know if you just pick
Radiant's
Marana
banned.
off lane. It's Slark. Okay. They want a catching hero.
OD, they either pick OD here. I think Void isn't bad with their lineup. I don't know. I don't think Void's gonna do that
What?
shit. Plus lane, he's gonna fucking lose to the thing. Clock shit, dude.
I mean, who's gonna play Void? I don't think you offlane Void.
10
I don't
And
think
the
it's
only
gonna
one
be
who
good,
the only one who plays Lone Druid is Ace. They're not gonna go offlane Lone Druid. That's
5
also.
seconds.
Yeah, no.
So,
So,
alright, Puppy.
fuck do they
What
pick
is
off
it?
lane?
What do you have
They need
planned
more
here?
crowd
There's no Axe. That's banned. Axe would be an okay pick. It's banned. They
need
secure
crowd
the
control.
Slark because they know that there's no catch for this guy. He won't die. He's really good against Mirana. He's pretty good against Lone Druid. They just want to kill people. Like, I feel like they could equally have gone Slark or Luna, but I think it was just too good of a Slark game for them to pass off. And Luna is a fine pick, but Slark makes it more difficult for Secret to deal with.
Dyer's ban.
plus I think, I mean, Slark's really good against Lone Druid, right?
Yeah, he just eats stats off from him, and Mirana can't leap out of
Kinda
counts.
struggles. He kinda struggles though with Undying, if that's lane properly, but.
I mean, he doesn't care. He has a lot of regen, and you steal his strength to take his stats or whatever, but he can just sustain.
10
There's a Bane
seconds
as
to
well.
go.
The Bane Undying is like pretty Bane favored, honestly.
5 seconds.
I don't know why they pick Undying. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what this Undying pick is for.
Dude, maybe they were watching Optic and they're like, hey, we want to lose too.
Storm banned from Team Secret. They really don't have catch. If they play against Storm Slark, they just outright lose. Like, not even from like getting pushed down or anything. They're just gonna straight up lose because they're just gonna get splitted and picked apart. Like, are they trying to split? Like, is that how they're looking to win this?
Radiant's pick.
It's gonna be Puck.
Oh, Puck.
That's not a hero, but it's a pretty good hero when there's literally no stuns. How are they gonna salvage their draft here? They need an instant disable. Unpurgeable, preferably. Mid Shadow Shaman.
10 seconds to go.
Mid
5
line.
seconds.
I mean, OD, it's not bad actually. He'll buy a Hex eventually. It's just if they just need to they need to just survive.
Do they pick OD?
Tinker maybe. Tinker will buy a Hex eventually.
I think OD's not bad here.
I think they have no. I think OD is more risky. I think they pick Tinker.
I don't know though, they have a lot of catch for Tinker. The Puck can just sit in the tree, the clock.
What?
Team's all
Rubik?
set. Take your pick.
Is what the fuck?
Wait, Yaps or Rubik? It's gonna be mid Zeus.
Mid Zeus. Wow.
Oh,
I mean, Puck doesn't do well in that lane though, right?
I don't know, man. If this was a pub and my draft was the Team Secret draft, I would be like, okay, guys, we probably lost. Good luck.
I don't know, man. I like the Zeus versus Puck matchup.
It's freaking off-lane Mirana against Slark. What is that going to do?
I was getting there, okay? I was getting there.
Alright, look at their draft. Look at their draft. It's off-lane Mirana or Rubik.
It's a
What does
shit,
that do?
okay, I get that.
Off-lane Mirana or
It's shit.
Rubik. Off-lane Mirana
Yeah,
and
they
Rubik,
put-
or off-lane Mirana and Undying. Okay.
I think Undying's post 5, they're kind of detrimental if they put Rubik
Like, I think
in
they're
the
putting
safe.
Lone Druid against Slark. I think if they don't put Lone Druid against Slark, it's going to lose them the game. And Mirana goes against Underlord, which isn't good either.
Could
This
LD
is better.
solo versus Underlord or no?
He can, but try laning the Slark. It isn't going to do shit. It's just going to give Underlord complete free farm, and then Slark is just going to come back.
It's just...
I actually don't know what Secret do here. I think they just legitimately lost. We'll see how the game goes. Like, I'm trying to formulate a game plan on how to lane this, and then actually how to win this game, but I literally don't see it. I think the only way to win is if VG just start feeding randomly.
Better get ready.
Or Yapster. I don't even know how much Yapster can carry this game. Like, what can he actually do? Like, it's an okay Rubik game. Well, we'll see what Yapster can do here. The true carry of Team Secret. They just have a 5-position Undying. So, in the player interest here, it will be Fada offlane Mirana. Yapster on his Rubik. Mid one on the mid Zeus. Puppy gonna be taking the Undying. We have Ace on Lone Druid. On VG, there is 11 on his Underlord. Lana playing the Clockwork. Mid played by Ori on the Puck. And we got Fenrir on the Bane and Slark for Paparazzi. This is like
30
pretty
seconds to showtime.
solid Slark game. He does have to take a while to come online. So otherwise he's just gonna get nuked down. Like, these heroes are actually relatively scary for him. Because he's still pretty squishy. So, like, eating, like, you know, these maxed out nukes is gonna suck. Same thing with, like, Puck. Like, they can, like, catch out a hero, it can kill them, actually. But then, like, the problem is, like, if VG gets farmed, like, it's all over.
The prize is mine.
Actually gonna snag 2 runes there. 3 runes. How many runes? I can't see. Oh, they didn't pick up one, so it's gonna be 3, yeah. And it's gonna be Marana Rubik. Alright, I'm gonna watch this top lane pretty closely because I don't know how. How do they lane this? I feel like Slark Bane just wins this lane. And I feel like Puck doesn't care about Zeus mid. And like, that'll be like an evenish lane. Oh, sick deny from mid one. Gets the zap onto Ori. Actually leveling up the level 1 lightning bolt for better trades. They both eat their branch there. Give them the zap again. I think the CS should be even. Bottom lane is going to be Undying Lone Druid against Underlord and Clock. I believe this is a Vici favored lane. Actually, not at level 1, but we'll see how the lane plays out. In the top lane, yeah, serve the sick deny. They're laning pretty well so far. The lane's pushing as well. Fenrir already pulling the lane back though. He's gonna be able to connect. They already arrowed the big creep though. Yapster should scout it out as he's holding his right side here. Bottom lane is so far going even. But now Underlord is level 2. I'm gonna drop down the Firestorm. And they have like pretty good combo here. Like they can cogs people in Firestorm, and the bear is taking a ton of damage. And you can't quite finish it off. It's gonna have to get resummoned there. The Yaps are messing with the pull a little bit here, and I believe the pull got disconnected. So the lane's gonna start pushing into Fada. I think this top lane's going really well. They fight for the last hit here as well, and Yapster actually will get it. I mean, they're not stopping Slark from farming too much, but now that they actually did this, this is huge. Like, the lane's pushing. Like, notice, like, Fada is, like, clicking the creeps or getting their levels up. They got some pretty clutch denies as well, which gave them a decent level advantage to the point where, like, Bane can't just walk up and trade, and Fender is not bothering. He doesn't even want to fight into this, just favoring giving Slark, like, as much solo experience as he can possible. So he doesn't want to get lifted into arrow, but that's just going to happen right now. And he should still be fine. He's going to brain sat, sleep the Marana, and just walk back. Lanham zoning Puppy out in the bottom lane here. Leaving Lone Druid to 1v1 the Elder Titan, or Underlord. I don't know, I keep wanting to call him Elder Titan. But the Underlord is farming like really well here in the bottom lane. I feel like giving this ET too good of a time is gonna hurt, but I don't know if they have the potential to zone him out either. With the Clockwork here supporting him, you can just make space for 11 to farm up. Mid lane is gonna be Zeus favored very slightly, but for the most part it's just a farm trade as I expected. Zeus is like slightly favored because his nukes aren't dodgeable. And Ori just can take a ton of damage. At least I'm pretty sure they're not dodgeable. Bottom lane, the bear almost goes down again. Lanham, his battery assaulting through. Puppy's all out of mana. And you'll have to walk back to base. No mana regen items. And they're doing surprisingly well in this top lane against Bane Slark. And I think a lot of it is because Fender really respected the arrow. Because, like, the one way they lose this lane is if Fenrir starts feeding because he gets arrowed. Slark is going to be able to Dark Pact it, but... it's Chinese Dota, they're going to play passive. I think they know that their draft is just going to win, so they don't want to just they don't want to mess up the early game at all with, like, any risky plays that they don't need to make. So far, like, all their lanes are farming, so they're quite content. Oh, Fenrir gonna get lifted up into the Starfall, but Paparazzi gets a leap onto Fada. He cannot leap out of it, but it will end, and he's gonna be able to leap away. Paparazzi falls low to Yapsor, but he's gonna have the South. While Ori might just run into Puppy here.
The prize is mine.
Where's Puppy going? Puppy? Okay. Like, he wasn't... I don't even know where he's going. I think he just wants to avoid the clock. He didn't want to walk back because he was afraid of getting caught out by the clock. So he just literally makes the longest loop around. Lone Druid is going for a kilo. I think this means range build. Puppy gonna show himself top now and look to make this top lane a tri lane. And this is where they're gonna feel a little bit of pressure top here on the Slark. At the same time, I mean, Slark is getting his farm. He's gonna have treads. He really wants it, but he's gonna get lifted up into the Starfall. But the sleep used onto Puppy, so he cannot follow up. Paparazzi just gonna back it off. He is out of regen, and this is pretty good rotation from Secret and Puppy, looking to just pressure the tower with this 5-minute catapult. Mid lane clock is looking for a kill onto mid one, but it's not gonna be an easy one as he's full HP and mana, and they're actually putting a lot of pressure onto Paparazzi this point. He's level 5. They get the sleep there onto Yapzor, but sleep is just gonna get passed around. There's going to be a TPN now coming from Ori and also Lanham to cut him off, but it's not going to really connect, and they might actually even get the TB out on Undying, and they will. Puppy gets away. The space created. A lot of harass damage done to the tower with just the catapult being able to attack it for a while, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know how much all of this matters. I mean, they're off to a good start. Like, they're playing their draft well. We'll see if they can keep it up. Like, again, I do think they have the possibility of just snowballing this before the Slark can actually come online. I think that's their best bet of winning this game. Just snowballing this, and then Lone Druid, of course, will take buildings very quickly if they're able to win team fights. I'm looking at how Yapzor can play this game, and I think, honestly, it's pretty solid. Like, they have Firestorm from the steal, of course. Playing Bane against Rubik's always annoying, because you can always just get grip. Like, all of Puck's spells are pretty solid. Like, I think Yapzor has a true potential to carry this game. We'll just see if he actually manages to do it or not. This won't be easy. He pretty much has to play a perfect game. For all teams to do it, like, you know, I expect Secret to be able to do it on their comfort heroes, more or less. So you have Ace getting pressured a little bit here at the bottom lane, forced back by the Underlord, but he has a salve on the courier, and has phase boost complete as well. We have mid one level 8s now, and he has ultimate available. Slark just wants his level 6, and he'll just hit it right now. We have Fata, the weird wraparound around the tower. And he's actually going to leap onto Paparazzi, but Paparazzi gets his Shadow Dance off quick before Rubik can come in with the nuke or the lift. Bottom lane getting pressured by 11. But Fortify going to come out on the Dire Tower as they're looking to take top. Actually, this is like pretty solid how they play this top lane. Puppy gonna drop the Tombstone to farm this stack as well as the creep wave, and they forced the Slark back. And they did actually affect his Slarm pretty significantly. You know, he's like not awful farm, but not the best either. They underestimated the laning potential over Mirana. Did she get buffed in her laning stage at all? Because I know they buffed her leap, but like, what happened before that? I don't know. So let's check the net worths. Underlord will be at the top. And I did mention that I think this is a problem, but we'll see if it will be, actually. And Ori is here wanting to get some form of play going on in this top lane. And by the way, I didn't mention this, but Ori actually, if you look at the last hits, he started getting dominated by the Zeus. He's dominated. I think it was a Zeus buff. You know what happened to Zeus? He got like his base damage increase. You know, his like animation and his range is crap. The Puck wasn't able to contest him because he does too much damage at some point with the lightning bolt. So I think this matchup is actually favored for Zeus. But I also think that VG was thinking that the Zeus was support, so they didn't really consider that too much when picking the Puck last pick. Like in hindsight, they probably want a different hero here. And Lone Druid actually being able to zone the Underlord out here, forcing him to TP back to base. And he's going to get replaced with the Puck for now. Top lane tower taken by Fada, and this is quite a slow game. 10 minutes in, we haven't had a single kill yet. Slark is just going to be able to jungle now. He can show up to the top wave once it gets pushed up to the tower. Lone Druid looking to hold down the bottom lane. And, I mean, Secret is just content with out farming VG right now, because we do have the stronger early game heroes. It's just quite awkward, the position that they're put in, though, because I think VG is looking to farm this one out. I think they have to farm this one out, because if they try to force too many fights early on, they could just end up losing too many heroes, and then, you know, the snowball is real for Secret if they start just getting some kills on the board. They're already out farming VG. And Yaps are going to come in. Fade Bolt there onto the Puck, but he gets the jaunt out. Fenrir will be able to TP out as well. They're leaving the Mirana here up in the top lane by herself, but she doesn't have to be that afraid of dying unless she gets pounced. 11 is going for the pipe rush, as expected, against the Zeus. And Ace is going for the range build. He's going to go for the Mask of Mana's first pickup. First big item pickup. Paparazzi finds himself a Arcane Rune here. He really wants to take that away from the Zeus. Fortunately, he couldn't save it for his Puck, for his bottle, but he already has a filled bottle. The Clockwork was given a lane top here to make sure he gets his level 6. Bane still needs his level 6 as well. Just because of how the laning stage played out with 0 deaths on either side. And Bane gets zapped. That was the power that I was talking about, of the nuke potential coming out from Secret. And that could happen to the Slark, that could happen to the Puck. It can even happen to the Clock. They have a lot of nuking potential. And again, with a stolen level 4 Illusion Orb, I mean, Bane just got pretty much one shot there. And that's first blood going to Secret. And now looking at it, I do see win condition, yeah. There it is again. Yapster with the blaze. Illusion Orb forward, it lift onto the Puck, zapped him with the Thunder God's Wrath, and he's just removed from the game there. And that could also happen to the Slark. But right now, Slark's playing pretty conservatively, just staying off the map, farming the jungle. He really wants a Shadow Blade. Once the Shadow Blade comes out, you know, it's going to be a whole different story. He's going to be able to, you know, come in, take out the back line on the side of Secret with his ultimate. Even, like, they don't even have a true front line. They're not going to have a true front line because the Lone Druid also went for the range build, which I think is the better build against the Slark anyway, but they really have to get good setup and teamfight control. Like, the one, I guess, quote-unquote frontliner that they have is like the Undying, but he's just going to die fast. It's just a 5 position. That's kind of what Undying does, though. Mask of Madness is complete for Ace. And with it, he can start farming pretty quickly. You know, forgot to put it back to net worth. I see that both Ace and Mid One are at the top, and followed not far behind them is Fada. So they have incredibly good farm on all 3 cores on the side of Secret, but I don't know if that actually matters. We'll find out. Yeah, and VG is playing extremely conservatively. Like, they're just getting the farm. Like, they're not winning the farm war, they're just getting farm. They don't have a Bane level 6 Underlord, actually. What? goes down. The Puppy and Yapsor gank, they did use the Thunder God. No, they didn't use it. Now they're gonna push the bottom lane. They TP Zeus down here, but there's no really counter push coming out at all. So I think this tower is just gonna fall for free. And I think at this point, if Yapsor gets like, starts to snowballing. And the one reason they're able to kill Underlord there is because Yapsor stole Firestorm. That does a ton of damage. Because it is percentage based. And it looks like VG, they really don't want to give away this bottom tower. The tower did take about half damage from the catapult. Hook shot will not connect, but they will catch out the bear here. And it looks like Lanham will trade his life for it. Oh, the bear survives with the heal coming out from Undying. It's gonna get clicked down by the Bane now. The Slark comes in, but it's forced to Shadow Dance to get out. Arrow hits onto 11, but it was short duration. Now the Dream Coil hits onto 2. They're stuck in the Pit of Malice as well. And Ace with a double kill. Puck has to back away, and I was surprised that Vici would actually go down here and fight this, but they felt confident with the Shadow Blade onto Paparazzi, but instead they'll just lose 4. And that was the Underlord literally dying, coming back and dying again. Which means that his pipe is going to be significantly delayed, and keep in mind, oh, he already has a pipe, never mind. But keep in mind, he's also the highest net worth on his team. Him dying twice like that, it did give a lot of gold away to Secret, and now they're going to get the tower as well, and it's going to cement a 7k gold lead. If they actually going to do this? Okay, it's 6-0, it's a 7k gold lead, but like, if you actually see the drafts, it's not that in their favor, honestly. Like, I think this is a good start. They're in a position to win for sure. You have to pretty much still play flawless, and they've played flawless so far. 0 deaths. 11 set up to defend the mid lane. Drop the Pit of Malice out. The Yapsor Dream Coil. Underlord gonna try to ultimate out. Can he do it in time? And he will. And they're gonna take the mid tower though. They forced them back, that's all I wanted. They did get a trade here down in the bottom lane. On the side of VG. Now, another problem with VG's lineup, the fact that they pick up Puck here, is they really have no building hitters, so it actually could be a major, major problem leading into the late game. So I think at this point it will go to the late game. I don't think Secret can just outright snowball the game to a quick win. I think it's gonna play out. And Slark will be going for a BKB as a second item. Just make sure he doesn't get deleted by these big nukes on the side of Team Secret. We just have heroes farming the jungle. This is some Resident Sleeper Dota right now, as everyone is just farming. There are some pickoffs on the side of Secret. They've taken objectives, but for the most part, they've also been just farming a lot. Just including Yapsor. Look at Yapsor's net worth. He's almost like a core. And it is Yapsor. He almost has Dual Scepter, actually. There's going to be a Maelstrom completed for the Lone Druid. And I mean, he's actually going to be dishing out a ton of damage as long as he's able to attack. But if he gets initiated on, that's a whole different story. He didn't go for a Hurricane Pike Rush or anything like that to be survivable against a Clockwork. He purely went to scale. I think it is the correct move. Because he doesn't want to build Hurricane Pike, because, I mean, sure, that's going to allow him to survive and save his teammates from cogs, but you know, he much rather build these farming items that gives him a lot of damage, but also allows him to just farm very quickly and scale into the late game. And speaking of scaling, like, Zeus scales pretty well in this game. There's even like a pipe on the Underlord isn't really enough to mitigate all the magic damage coming out from Zeus. Of course, it's nice, but he's still gonna do an insane amount of damage. He also is just going for a straight Aghanim's Rush, no defensive items on him. It's very surprising that there's actually no defensive items at all yet for Team Secret. Only one even considering buying a defensive item is Fada with his BKB queued up. Underlord Gonna get spotted out, and he is forced back, unable to take the shrines. They even get the reward here. Meanwhile, smoke comes out from VG, looking for some play to make on the map, but just can't find it. And the Secret is just playing too safe. They're just farming up where they know they can farm, and they're not really giving anything to VG, so they're maintaining their 7k net worth advantage. There's a Blink Dagger onto Ori now, but again, he wasn't able to accomplish anything with it, and now there's back to jungling. There's going to be Firestorm stolen by Rubik, which is going to be a huge farming spell for him. He has so many good farming spells this game. He can steal Burst Strike, Sandstorm, and the Firestorm. He's going to be able to use them to push out waves in combination with his Nullfield Aura as well as Fadeball.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't
Lanham looking to set up top potentially on the Lone Druid, but the Lone Druid's already packed off. There's also some good ward here to see if anyone is coming for him, but meanwhile in the mid lane, Slark gets to jump there onto the Mirana. Fights happen over here as they want to focus the Underlord down before he can Uber out, but he gets out. And so mid lane, that's going to be the first kill of the game going to BG. It's going to be that Mirana kill, and they want to catch out the Bane here as they caught him out at the end of the Moonlight Shadow, and they're going to get the lift into the Zap, and he's going to go down. It's going to turn out to be a 1-for-1 trade, but of course it's 5 position for 2. Into Roche. Secret go. I think it's just a prank. Yeah, they're not going to do it. Not against a Clockwork that can constantly scout it out with the flare. A BKB is being queued up by Ace just so he can man up against these heroes. So otherwise he'll just die to Firestorm and the Clock most likely. Slark gonna ping the ward out. That's Secret of place here. Alright, next item 411 will be a Crimson Guard. I don't know how much more there's to talk about it this game, but this is literally going to go down to like one big fight for Secret. Like if they lose that fight, I say they straight up lose the game, but it's devastating if they lose a fight. But they're continuing to snowball here. They get a big pick off here onto 11, which I'm not so sure what he was doing there. Now it's going to open up a way into Roshan. Now this is still not easy, Roshan, even without 11, as they have a ton of ways to scout into the pit, including the Puck Orb as well as Rocket Flare. But I think without the Underlord, they just aren't capable of fighting, and they don't want to risk a fight. However, no, the Slark has a BKB, and he might just be going in for this. But BKB is coming. It's not here yet. Fenrir is just playing catch here on the side. He wants him to go for him instead of finishing the Roshan. Now he's bought enough time that Slark can show up with his BKB. But of course, it's still a 3v5, so he has to show for a little bit. He also has to defend mid. But now that Secret saw that the Rubik, the Bane is dead, he's just gonna chill and back it off. Let's take a fight. They get the Dream Coil, but they actually do delete the Clockwork after he hooks in. And now Slark with the BKB is going to man up. He gets a kill there onto the mid one. That's a big streak. And he's just going to back it off here. Ace is close to his BKB. He doesn't really want to fight quite yet. Sentries on the pit area, and both teams just want to play near Roshan now. I do think that Secret now has the advantage as they have the tier 1 tower still available for them to TP2 and reinforce the Roche fight a lot quicker than no tier 1 on the side of VG. Slark starting to top the network chart for his team, and I mean he hasn't had the best game so far, but it's not been bad either. Now at this point, I really don't know what VG do at this point. I feel like they win the late game for sure, but I also feel like they're pressured because they know that Secret is just completely free farming multiple heroes. They're gonna get another pick off here. with Yapster's lift onto the Underlord. I feel like Underlord is just weighing way too much. He's just playing too aggressive, underestimating the damage output from the side of Secret. And now that death is going to lead for them to have an opening to go for Roshan. And this Roshan is huge, and it looks like BG want to contest it even without their Underlord. Rocket Flare flying in, but they get the catch there onto the Bane, and he just gets destroyed by the Lone Druid. Yapster did finish off the kill, the buyback comes out, and they want to get this Roshan. They're just going to casually farm the Ancients here with Tombstone Zombies. No big deal. It can happen just like that, and I think that VG is starting to get choked out of the map a little bit. I mean, it's only 8k an hour advantage for Secret, but for 26 minutes that isn't bad. I think still with the nature of the draft, they had to be this far ahead if they really wanted to have a chance of winning this game, and this game is still not in the bag with this advantage. This is just the start. This is the beginning of how they win. They still need to figure out a way to close the game against this Underlord without just, you know, catching him over time, because I'm assuming at some point he's just going to stop feeding. I don't want to sound harsh, but I mean, he's been feeding a lot. And there's going to be smoke coming out from VG looking to catch a play. But nothing's going to come of it. They're going to continue to scout Roshan. The arrow going to be sent in, and they're going to go for another attempt here onto Roshan for the Aegis Immortal. But the Tombstone is dropped, and Undying going to be doing his thing. He gets refused to get for now, and Tiashili. They get away? BKBs were used, but not much of value was lost. Now, a Secret will claim the Aegis at the end of the day, however. Now, actually, they have a win condition here with this Lone Druid. He's extremely strong. The Slark isn't strong enough to be useful yet, even with the BKB. He just has the BKB, so he doesn't die. They need a true damage dealer on the side of VG at this point in the game, because now Ace is just running down every lane. I'm sure they're just going to run down bottom after this, force the Slark to back off. They're going to scan first for TPing in. Slark is all alone here. Yapster shows up without fear. He's level 15, by the way. That is higher than 3 heroes on the side of VG, including their mid player. I think Ori just got destroyed mid by the Zeus. Mid one with the Zeus plays. You don't normally expect that in a Puck versus Zeus matchup, but he did a good job of zoning the Puck back and getting a ton of denies to get the sleep here onto Lone Druid's Bear. But, I mean, that doesn't really matter too much, as there's going to be a gank bottom by Paparazzi. He wants to kill there onto Rubik. Not going to get it. The rest of VG holding down the fort in this top lane. Silence comes out from the Puck Dagon as well. They're looking to burst Ace, but they can't quite do it. He lives with just a sliver of HP. The Slark now in the bottom lane. Oh my god. Yapster Fada with the setup. The follow-up from the Nimbus as well. And they get a big pick off there onto Slark. Dark Rift stolen from Yapster as well. So we're going to even Dark Rift back to his team after they push out the bottom lane. And he's going to do just that. He's going to Dark Rift back onto Lone Druid Bear. And they're going to look to pressure. No Slark for 40 seconds. They can at least get a tier 2 out of this. And Secret's meme draft. So I said before, if I had this draft in the pub, I probably think we lost. But also at the same time, sometimes you say that and you just might get surprised. I think it's happening here. This meme draft is paying off. Like, they hit a power spike that Vici couldn't touch, and then at the same time their heroes are strong enough to continue snowballing and farm quickly when they're not being pressured at all from VG, and that's exactly what happened. Like Mirana is now incredibly farmed, has a DD as well as a Maelstrom for mid 1. He's gonna have his boost travel soon, and look, he went for these very value mana items, as he doesn't really need to blink this game too much, just needs to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And he also has an Axe. As for the carry player, you know, Ace isn't looking half bad either. So in the combination of Secret being able to keep up in the farm throughout this whole game, and they do have a lot of AoE nukers that can clear out waves, and the inability for Vici to fight, they just stopped being able to fight, and then we're never able to fight again yet. Yeah, they definitely cannot fight into the Aegis. Slark has picked up a gem. And 11 has bought it actually, because they just really want to catch someone out. They want to create some type of chaos and look to pick off heroes one by one. They know they cannot fight into 5 full heroes, but they're gonna have to as they're losing their tier 3. Soul Tombstone from the Rubik. Oh my, they got the lift onto the Slark. That's huge. That's the gem. He doesn't have buyback. Did they just lose Secret Dota? What in the world? They get the leap forward on Fodder. He's gonna finish off Fenrir. Gapster blinks in, but that's not even necessary. Mid-1 actually got the last of there. What is my camera doing? Hello? Excuse me. And that's mid-racks for sure. They're just too fast.
I think I called it.
Gapster actually carried this. Interesting. That's literally the one way they win. They insta-burst someone before they pop BKB. And guess what happened? Gaps are just too fast. Moda Ultra Instincts. They just call GG, they're done. Oh my god. I think this has to be the hardest outplay I've ever seen. And also, Puck is the awful hero. Alright, their draft was fine until they picked the Puck.
I thought you said Secret had a terrible draft, dude.
They do have a terrible draft. They cannot win unless they literally played perfect. And guess what happened? Like Underlord just started feeding randomly.
I think going into game 2, Secret, I don't think they're gonna lose, man. I think it's a pretty straightforward victory here.
I mean, like, look at their team. They literally didn't die on anyone. They had the most 1 death on Fada and mid-1. Like, because the problem, like, what is, I don't know what the panel has to say about this, but like, so the problem was like Slark cannot fight into this, right? As I mentioned, like the insta disable with lift, if they catch him without his dark back or he's not prepared, like they can burst him so hard with like stolen spells. They'll have like stolen spells to kill him with, and of course like they have the Nimbus and the ult as well, so they can just like zap him. This is literally what happened. So like they had one hero that couldn't fight. This was a bad clock game, as I mentioned. Because they
Zeus is, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to go AFK. I had some family issues in the back, but Zeus shit on Puck mid, right?
Yeah, Zeus destroys Puck.
Yeah.
Because I think they thought Zeus was a 4, right? So they didn't care.
No,
about that
I
matchup.
think that Zeus was picked as a 4. I'm pretty positive that Secret picked him as a 4. I could not imagine that they were snarky enough to pick up Zeus as a first pick mid player. I think that they realized, obviously they're not retarded, pardon my French, probably should filter myself, you know, they probably realized that they could put him mid, because they were planning on playing him as a 4. That's my guess. And they're like, oh well, Puck, you know, last pick, so might as well just rotate Zeus, because Zeus isn't going to do much in lane versus the other heroes, right? Underlord, he wouldn't do much. Bane Slark, he would just end up pushing the lane if anything, so putting him mid made the most sense. And they got to pick Rubik. I mean, they had a free Rubik pick. They had a free Yapster Rubik game.
It was like a great Rubik game. Like, and literally any spell he steals is like pretty awesome.
Hey, hook shot, Dark Pact, Puck. If he can get any of Puck's spells, it's always
well,
great.
like Slark spells are kind of trash, but like literally all other spells are good.
Yeah.
and they made use of them as well. Like he was just owning people. Like he freaking like set up a kill on Puck with a stolen orb. Like he orbed in because he just threw the orb. It looked like a farming orb, and he actually jaunted in, lifted him, and zapped him, and then Zeus ulti and he died.
Sounds. I'm very curious to see what Vici Gaming are gonna do.
Cause like, all right, the Slark guarantees the late game, right? And like they have these other heroes that are supposed to make space for him to get there. And he even had a BKB. He never even popped it. He never even popped his BKB. He insta died.
I mean, he couldn't even go for Aquila this game. That's how underfarmed he was. Or maybe he didn't want Aquila. I don't know. But
I
my
mean,
assumption is that you need.
he's not gonna go for it. He's because he was just jungling. You don't get Aquila to jungle.
If you're jungling, I get that. But that's what I'm saying is that's how far behind he was. So if he's jungling, because Murana's not supposed to win that lane. I'm also not sure how.
Did you see what happened in that lane? So
freaking.
So Yapsor just played like super aggro, and then Bane was just scared. He was just super scared. So all he did was pull, and the pull just got interrupted every time. So it didn't really do anything. And like Yapsor also like sapped most of the experience from the pull creep. So like they just actually had a level advantage. They also had like some pretty decent denies on range creeps, and just literally they were like even in levels. And then the Bane had to play super scared because he didn't want to walk up and get lift arrowed.
Oh, yeah.
He did get lift arrowed a couple of times, and then he just was like pretty low. And then at some point they rotated Puppy. Like Puppy literally walked from the 5-minute bounty rune. He walked behind the tier 2's mid to the top lane, and then Slark couldn't lane anymore.
Why didn't he just TP?
What? Puppy? Why didn't he TP? I don't know. That was a strange rotation, but I'm just telling you what he did. He literally walked behind tier 2 mid and then walked to top lane, and then Slark got completely zoned out. That was the 5-minute rune, right? But it was also the 5-minute catapult, and then they lost their top tower pretty much within that 5-minute catapult. Like it survived, but like with like 20% HP, and after that it just got finished off like by the Mirana, who had phase boots and Keela. And the bottom lane, like Ace is gonna free farm, right? He went for the range build, and then once the BKBs came out, they couldn't kill anyone because Slark wasn't farmed enough. So literally the problem was the Puck. Like they couldn't make, no one made any plays on the map because of the Puck pick. Like, Puck is just not a hero. Like he loses his lane to most matchups, and then he just doesn't do enough. And then he uses.
First time, if it gets behind, it's over.
Yeah, but he was also just getting destroyed by this Rubik. This is just.
The second he gets blank.
You give Yapsor Rubik, he destroyed this game. Like Yapsor destroyed this game. Like
by far,
like if you look at their team, right, he's the only one who sets anything up. He's the only one who can get kills, and he literally has 4 kills, 15 assists.
That's what when I first saw the draft, and I think when you first saw the draft, it was kind of confusing because they had no stuns, right? Puppy, no stun. Lone Druid, I mean, sure, he's got a fear and a root, but again, that's a lot of RNG. Mirana, you have to land the arrow. Zeus, you have a mini stun. They're very control lacking.
And their itemization is really smart as well. Like they knew they won the laning stage hard enough that they can get greedy. So the Zeus, he just went for Aghanim's Rush instead of, any defensive items. Like he didn't need duels, he didn't need force or anything like that. And like
Blink,
it was just a bad clock game. Like Lanham wasn't able to get a lot done. I think that like they didn't even need to win the laning stage, right? They just needed to not give away complete farm to 3 cores on the side of Secret.
Claw
And then
can't hold on Mirana. Zeus is always in the back. The Absor can just lift, steal a spell, use the same spell on him.
and he can also lift him out, and also like if he hooks someone, there's no follow up, right? It's not like there's like a Sky or something like that to just like blow someone up. Like they're just lacking damage, and like
I think had Vici Gaming had a better laning stage, they probably would have won. That's my guess.
That's why the Puck bought Dagon.
Played a picture game.
So the Puck bought Dagon. Yeah,
Just from looking at the stats, obviously, as I said, I had some family issues.
A lot of it was the Underlord just kept getting caught out, just randomly, and the supports as well. Like there's just random people just dying all over the map, and then they just snowballed too hard. And then Stark, I mean they still could have taken a fight, but Stark literally just got destroyed. Like he got lift insta burst before he could pop BKB.
I have some bad news for you, by the way.
What?
I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready?
What?
You dropped down one more rank. You're rank 12 now.
What? Dude, who's this fucking rank 11 now, dude?
Yeah, you're rank 12, dude.
What is
Go to
this?
profile. Go to
I
profile.
see it, dude.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
freaking. It's freaking.
I'm watching on your Twitch stream and you're in stats.
It's Velo, dude. Velo is 8. Velo is rank
Oh,
8.
Velo.
You know Velo is lower ranked than me?
Was?
Pre-reset, he was lower ranked than me. And he's back to rank
Interesting.
8.
So you gained a lot of MMR. Okay.
Yeah. He gained a lot. Dude, freaking Konichiwa is still rank 18. That's some shit.
Konnichiwa God, man.
I mean, the thing about why I'm so high rank is because I gained like 150 MMR since I calibrated, right? So I calibrated and gained 150. Like I spammed a lot of games. So then I think that also took into account. So like they buffed my rank up and they gave me a little bit more for like all the games I won.
I don't think they gave you a little more for all the games you won. Do you think? I think they just gave you the.
No, it had to. Like, why would they? Why would they not take into account the MMR I gained? That would be bullshit. Like, I don't know how it works exactly, but.
Alright, BRB.
Rank 12. Alright, moving on to game 2. I don't know when, but Secret destroyed that. Alright, I was completely wrong in my prediction. I don't know if VG. They just got wrecked. That was an all Yapsor game. They played the laning stage perfectly, and they literally just snowballed it. And that's why you need damage in Dota 2. Because you look at VG, they got disables, and they got good control. They just don't have damage. They don't have damage. You can kill anyone. Like, Undying is going to heal someone. And they're literally able, because they don't have damage, Ace was able to go, like, a super greedy build. He went Phase Boots, Mask of Madness into Maelstrom. Super greedy Lone Druid build, and they couldn't catch him and kill him, because he was just super fast. And they're always got the jump first. And the Yaps are controlling the fight, like, entirely. Like, every fight just started with someone dead, and they needed to have 5 to fight. Because again, they don't have damage, so they need everyone to contribute. They can't take a 4v5. And that's why Puck bought a day in. Because he realized, oh shit, I don't have damage. Because Slark doesn't do damage. Right? He just goes in, makes some space, and then eventually does damage when he steals a lot of, Agi, but doesn't do a lot of initial damage. And Underlord's damage, you can just walk out of. And Rubik also stole his Firestorm a lot of times, and just did a bunch of damage back. And Mirana also, you don't underestimate her damage output. That's what I was talking about. Mirana, like, she's not OP, but like when she's good and when she's picked is when it's a meta where like she's not bad, right? She's not completely bad. She's not good, but she's gonna do what you need her to do. She does damage. She pushes out the lane, gives you utility, allows you to set up ganks with Moonlight Shadow, and that's what Fada did. His laning stage isn't that bad either. And you can see like he was able to match up against Slark Bane pretty well. That was because of the kill threat of the lift into arrow that the Bane was afraid of. That he just kind of dodged the lane. I don't know about that though. I feel like that was a mistake. He should have just tried to fight it a little bit, especially at level 1. Like he's not gonna die to lift arrow at level 1, but he like pulled immediately because he wanted Slark to get full experience. But I don't know. I feel like they can contest that a little bit more. And then bottom lane. The Lone Druid was like not really contestable because like Undying is gonna be a super strong laner. Like that lane's secure. And I think the biggest reason why Secret like this looked like completely a one-sided game is the Zeus into Puck, because they last picked the Puck on the side of EG and the Zeus was first pick. And when you last pick a hero, that gets countered by the enemy's first pick. But the thing is, the reason why this happened is because the Zeus looked like it was a support, because Secret saved their last pick. They had overall last pick in the game, and they used it to last pick Rubik for Yapsor. And VG automatically assumed that normally when you have last pick, you save it for your mid, because that's going to be the 1v1 matchup. So they assumed that it was going to be, some mid hero. So they picked Puck because they see that Team Secret have no disables. So they're like, okay, what mid? The mid might win against Puck, but they're still not gonna have disables, so we're fine. But then they just pick Rubik, who completely changed everything. Who won Optic VG? It's Optic VP, and VP won. It was 2-0. Alright, when's the next game? We'll find out. Alright, how much MMR do I have to win, do you guys think, for me to get top 10 again? I think like 200 MMR to solidly secure it. I think. Let's see if I can do that. Freaking Evident is top 4. I don't know how that happened. Evaden. I have a funny Evaden span. I guess he was like top 20 before, so. That's not too surprising, honestly. Monkeys Forever. I think Monkeys Forever actually lost some more, or he slightly gained some, I don't know. How long more until next game? Like 10 minutes. 10 to 5 minutes. Depending. Just gotta wait. Shadow Blue Pikachu players. Jenkins rank 70. Pretty solid. This rank's pretty solid. Top 12. Keep going. I'll just keep climbing. I haven't been playing that well either. Just been out of it. So I freaking haven't got proper sleep. I need to get proper sleep after this, after I cast this. Okay, game started. PPD not strong enough to destroy Solo God.
Radiant's banned.
Alright, welcome back everyone. This is going to be game 2 between VG Gaming and Team Secret at the China Dota 2 Super Major. I feel you gotta say it like that. It's a super major. Secret just took game 1 in a dominant fashion. They completely wrecked VG. I mean, they got their comfort heroes, I gotta say. Like, they got mid 1 Zeus, which was first picked baited. It was a first pick baited mid Zeus, and they're just banning it. They're just banning it. They do not want to get wrecked like that again. They're banning the Londrier, they banned the Zeus and the Io as well, of course. Looking at Team Secret, they're gonna take away Disruptor, Bane, and Naga. Pretty strong supports. Not afraid of the core here. They did take out Lycan in game 1.
5 seconds.
We'll see what VG go with here. First pick potential.
Pick.
There it is. If they don't ban the Lycan, they can take it themselves. They get the Lycan first pick. Not really hard to make that call, but for VG, what do they want here? I feel like they want to snap the offlaners up. Axe.
10 seconds to go.
looking to try something strange here and just pick the supports first, and then maybe go with like a non-standard offlaner like Bristleback or something that's pretty good against Lycan. There's also potential Bloodseeker game here. For maybe both sides, honestly. Because, like, Bloodseeker, his problem is he's not able to take buildings, but you have a Lycan, you can pick any, like, you can, you know, you don't have to worry about that. Like, he's gonna take buildings. No matter what. I didn't think about this. Maybe Sand King? I feel like that clock pick on the first game kind of sucked. So they want like a stronger laner, maybe a guaranteed disable Warlock. Okay. What is the idea behind the Warlock? They gonna pick. Don't know why they pick Slark again. Now, I didn't mention the first game, like, they picked Slark, because it seemed like a really good Slark game, because he was going to play against a Mirana and Lone Druid core.
5 seconds.
But, that is in the late game, and it's also assuming a Zeus support.
Dyer's big.
I think if they picked Luna last game, that would have changed a lot, and they're going to have Kunkka second pick here, which is pretty annoying. Here's the X mark, bring the Lycan back, even if he runs away. There's good team fighting. We'll have, you know, some wave clear to deal with not only split push, but
10 seconds
just
to
the
go.
Lycan's units. And gives
5
them
seconds.
pretty powerful team fight. This is pretty similar to VP's draft in game 2 versus Optic. For Team Secret, you gotta watch out for the Rubik. I think this could be a good Rubik game. They're gonna pick the Ember. Was banned out by VG, and I think they were afraid that it was gonna get banned out again. So they're gonna just snap up 2 cores.
Radiant's ban.
Now this Lycan, I think, does have the potential to be an offlane. Like the Ember is almost like 100% guaranteed to be mid, and the reason that they're not too afraid of picking it here is because they already see the also potential mid pickup for VG, but who knows? It might be a support Kunkka. That was Lano's signature, but I don't know how good support Kunkka is right now.
Go.
And they're gonna ban out 11's Brewmaster once again here on the side of T Secret. For VG. Let's see here. I mean, I actually would just ban
Dyer's
Rubik.
ban.
I'd ban Sky instead. Which is another Yapster hero. I feel like they're definitely gonna target Yapster with these next 2 bans. It would make sense because like they have probably Ace's hero and probably Mid One's hero, and out of Puppy, Yapsor, and
10 seconds to
Vada,
go.
I think it's should be more afraid of Yapsor
5
than
seconds.
anything. I'm still looking at what potential carry that VG could pick. And this is a Razor ban to make sure that there's no funny business going on against their Lycan lane. I think that's really smart from Puppy. I don't know if that's what VG would have gone for, but this secures the Lycan's game. Because Razor is like super hard for Lycan to play against in lane. And you know, that will force them into like some
10
weird
seconds to go.
swaps.
5 seconds. Radiant's pick.
As for VG, they're going to ban the Fada Omnite. Okay. We'll find out what their next pick is here, if this Kunkka is actually mid. I'm not confirmed that this Kunkka is mid. Actually, at this point...
10 seconds to go.
It's probably mid, honestly. And
5 seconds.
their third pick here will most likely be their offlaner. They have the overall last pick in the game. They're going to save their core picks till later on. There's no reason not to. What 11 heroes? If you think about it, they want to play it against Lycan. So like probably Axe is like an obvious one, right? He's actually really good against Ember as well. At least in lane. Kind of annoying later on.
Dyer's pick.
There it is. Axe for VG. They're more standard drafters, so. For Team Secret, we have. Let's see.
10 seconds to go.
Ooh. Could they Veno?
5 seconds.
This would be a sick Veno game. Maybe not third pick, but I'm just thinking about it. So yeah, the Lycan, it could be like Veno offlane-ish lane, right? And then Lycan does his thing. Maybe they even just dodge the Axe and put Veno versus Axe, but
Radiant's pick.
it's gonna be Elder Titan. I'm quite sure if that's gonna be Yaps or a Puppy playing that, but it's a solid hero. Against the teamfighter VG, they can use it to reset pretty easily, at least until VG gets to BKB. Now, this is just, I think this, with this ET pick, I think Veno just gets a little bit better here.
5
Because they have that natural order. It's going to destroy VG. Like, that's going to destroy VG. With the Veno Ember. And they just need, like, they can pick, like, Elder Hag can be played by Puppy. And you can get, like, Rubik again. Or just any, like, Yaps or hero with a disable. Like, it's to set stuff up. To create the fight. To dictate the fight.
Dyer's pick.
Invoker.
Invoker, okay. That. Oh, that was what I was thinking. I was thinking Kunkka's support, and yeah, it looks like it is going to be Kunkka's support, unless it's Invoker safe lane. Or Kunkka carry, which I don't think that's the case. So, it will be a Kunkka support for Lanham, and Invoker going to get picked up. And they're
10
not
seconds
saving
to go.
Invoker for last pick. Just picking it up now.
5 seconds.
Which means that they have something else in store for last pick. Otherwise, they would save their trump card Invoker for their last pick. Okay, what is it? Is it gonna be some crazy last pick hero? How can you second to last pick Invoker? Maybe they want to keep it ambiguous. Like maybe Kunkka is still core. Because that's pretty much how Secret won game 1. They last picked a support. Surprised Secret. Or surprised VG. Medusa carry for Ace, Ember for mid 1.
Radiant's ban.
Witch Doctor.
Okay, Witch Doctor. That is a puppy hero, so it's gonna be a Yaps or Elder Titan. I mean, you guys might think like Elder Titan could go off lane, but I don't think that's a thing. It's too memey.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
That would have been a good clock game for VG actually, or a decent one. Not the best one actually. But it's a little bit too late for that. You're gonna ban the Visage. Which is weird. Because they actually have not half bad heroes against Visage. With Visage, Lycan's kinda a little bit scary. Especially with like the rest of their team lineup. It's a bit weird ban. I wouldn't ban that myself here.
10 seconds
Like
to go.
that's a little bit cheesy. I don't think. I mean, it's secret. And they outplay them, so I don't want to deal with that. Now the last pick or last band here for secret. This is a hard one. So they literally have no idea.
Dyer's pick.
They had Monkey King. Okay. I don't know. That's worth the ban, but yeah, it's a hard one. They just choose. They just pick. They just choose. That means I think Lycan's offlane. Honestly,
10 seconds.
I think
to go.
Lycan is offlane.
5 seconds.
Oh,
With that Monkey ban, like I think that almost guarantees that Lycan is offlane. We'll actually see though. I still think it's a good Venom game, but I don't know. Like it's because like if they pick Venom, yeah.
Radiant's pick.
Okay, that was another. I forgot about that guy. I know they play this shit. Like they needed a cancer hero, right? So Necro is not cancer anymore, because he's shit. So they picked Pugna. Like they needed that cancer hero. I forgot that Pugna existed, because no one plays it.
10 seconds to go.
gosh. They're putting Pugna
5
off.
seconds.
What? It's a Pugna carry.
Pugna carry?
Pretty sure.
Legion Commander.
Now that's
It's gonna be
a
Legion
team.
Commander.
Let's see what they can do.
What, do they just try off lane with the Lycan then and Pugna solo lane?
Yeah, it's Legion carry for sure. What the heck?
I'm seeing how they are doing this.
Okay, this is going to be a Lycan mid. It's gonna be Ember versus Axe. No, Ember versus Legion, and Pugna versus Axe. That's their ideal lanes, I think.
Mid one's playing Emperor though.
Yeah, it doesn't
Do
matter.
secret swap lanes?
I think they're gonna send him to the silent. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Paparazzi's on Invoker, so
Was Rubik banned this game?
no, they just didn't pick it. They picked the Elder Titan instead. It's gonna be based on Lycan, Fada, and Pugna.
I feel like they're gonna have a tough time setting Elder Titan stuns up.
Well, the reason why they picked the Legion is because it sets up Sunstrike,
Yeah.
and it also shits on Lycan and Ember. Like, if you look at Axe and Legion, they cannot put these heroes on the sidelines. Pugna does well against Axe.
Pugna does well against X and LC actually. So I don't LC pick, I get why they picked it, but it can also counter them.
I mean, it guarantees Lycan should have a bad lane unless he goes mid, which is why I think he's gonna go mid. For sure.
It's possible, but
Well, we'll see.
I
That's
guess you
starting
just trade
items.
CS with Invoker. Let Invoker good farm regardless.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Invoker play.
Yeah, he's mid for sure, like 100%. There's no way they don't put him mid
Better
in this
get
game.
ready.
I'll look at laning stage, I'll make a prediction, and I have to go to bed because I have a breakfast meeting. It looks like he's mid, they share 2 tangos to him.
Yeah, it's gonna go mid, most likely. Puppy
Yeah.
gonna be taking the Witch Doctor to safe lane with Ember, and it's gonna be dual off lane Pugna, played by Fada, and Yapsor on the Elder Titan. And for
What's nice about the
Vici,
Pugna ET combo in the laning stage is that Pugna, if he gets a point into Capify, can slow them fast enough to make ET land his combos. Not that he necessarily needs it, but it could be a good combo, and then you could lead straight into your with Nether Blast, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like they lack the control needed.
30
in
seconds
the
to
bottom lane.
showtime.
Like the last game, they had the Rubik right and the Mirana, so I mean clearly they're well suited. Like the two know how to play with each other, and I think that's most important. But compared to, I don't think this is going to be a flashy game. I feel like lanes are going to go pretty much even for them. I can't see any lane really dominating the other, if that makes sense.
oh, they didn't
Maybe
dominate
the
the
Ember.
last game either.
And here we go.
They're just trading farm for like the first 5 minutes.
It's honestly from this lineup as well. To me,
I
at
get
least,
the
like
runes
that.
here.
Radiant on one side. Dire on the other.
I'll take that.
So I think the first wave is gonna be very important. Whoever wins that first wave is probably gonna win the wave bottom, or win the lane bottom.
This is gonna get dewarded. I think. Yeah, it's gonna get dewarded. He placed it. What is this ward? Like, what is this secret ward? What the heck is this ward? It actually allowed him to get a D-ward. It doesn't make sense why he places it here, though. What does that even do? You see
Are you
it?
looking at the
The top
dire
ward.
ward?
Yeah, the top dire ward, literally on the boundary run. And they place both the wards on the boundary run.
One of them's radiant side. Oh, you're
No,
looking at
none
that.
of them are radiant side. No, you guys guess a D-ward. Like, it's literally just to spot pulls. This one doesn't even spot this fall.
Wow, I'm actually surprised they got that sentry D-ward. Did he place it in the camp? Looks like it's
No,
outside
he
the camp.
placed. He placed it in the camp. It's outside. He
Nice.
placed
That's
it. He saw him place it because the ward was there first.
Oh, okay.
Bottom
'Cause
lane.
I guess X wanted the medium camp just in case to pull for his lane, slash if he wanted to farm it eventually.
I mean, you want this medium camp if you're off lane, dual lane.
Well, LC's having a tough time against Vada here in the bottom lane.
I mean, this is really good for Pugna.
I mean, he's not
'Cause
being
he just
pressured out of lane.
completely outranges them, and he's too fast for them to catch with anything at level 1. Like, they dominate this level 1 lane. Top lane is gonna be rough for Ember.
He doesn't even have boots of speed.
Like, this is gonna be
He doesn't
real
have fast
shitty
hands.
game for Ember. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, Ember is a hero that you can sacrifice. As long as he gets okay levels, he'll be able to come back easily. Freaking, like, Ace should also be just trading farm with Invoker. He is high damage, he's a decent sustain.
Yeah, Hall's Regent's going to be enough for the first, I want to say 5 levels, but he can't fall. If he falls behind the level, he's going to be struggling.
Level Kunkka, Sunstrike. Oh, Mike's a courier, but he's gonna go down. Oh, and they still get the courier. That is huge for Invoker. Land him with the plays.
Only a matter of time.
No one's playing roaming Kunkka anymore. No one's even roaming anymore, and don't expect that one. Outside of
I
DD
think-
ring.
Mid's going to be, at this point, it's going to be too tough for Lycan. I think that's going to be the start of his downfall.
I mean,
I still
doesn't.
think his secret can win this game, but I don't know what he's going to do.
What do you mean too tough? Do you not play Lycan? He doesn't care about
He
that.
used to. He was good, but I'm saying is that
That
Invoker's
that
going
death
to be
doesn't that doesn't affect him in this lane.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
No, it just doesn't. He's Lycan. Invoker cannot harass a Lycan out. Like, it
He
doesn't work.
can't harass the Lycan out, but he can out
He
CS.
cannot out CS him either. Lycan, you know how much damage Lycan does?
How much? Give me stats. I want to look at Invoker level.
He
6
does
damage.
120 damage per hit or something like that.
With the Quelling Blade max?
With a Quelling Blade, yeah.
Okay. And
Invoker with
level 6.
Alacrity barely can match that.
Okay.
Like, he might be able to get like 1 deny per wave over Lycan. And he's going for the Glove of Haste first, for better lane control. The apps are just stacking everything here. Triple stack Ancients, or double stack. Triple stack.
That's one thing as a good ET player, right? I mean, this is what you have to do. If you don't do this, you're not going to, you're just really missing out on a lot of, it's a missed opportunity. There's a lot of arbitrage for yourself.
And they get the pull here bottom as well. They pretty much played this bottom lane perfect. Because they can't, like, Yapster can't harass Legion and Kunkka. They're too tanky. And so he just kind of, like, chilled, you know, protected the Pugna, and then just left the stack. And he's stacking again with these illusions. This is insane. And top lane, like, again, this is going to be a sucky lane. Like, Axe is going to free farm, but, like, they can't kill Ember either, because it's just Warlock. And they are stacking and pulling this side camp. So they still don't understand what these wards are for.
Thank you.
But Legion gets caught out on the rune. He gets the rune. Tries for the stomp, will not get it. Alright, Lycan is not doing great. Sunstrike top. He goes down. Puppy wants to gank mid here with the Yapsor. This build. Treads and no talismans. Double no talismans. Lycan is just gonna jungle now. The Ember, as I mentioned, is gonna get shit on in this top lane. He's have to be left alone right now. He's gonna go for the blind torrent. Or torrent without setup. They get the call as well. X mark back into the Sunstrike and Paparazzi with another kill. In the meantime, Lycan will rotate out. Mid lane's gonna get taken over by Puppy for now. Actually, Fada even rotating over here for a little bit. And there's still insane amount of stacks over here. But it's gonna take a couple more levels on the Ember to farm that. Fada actually gonna go top. They really don't want to lose this top tower. That's the reason why they're gonna make Fada make the rotation. And he walked up here, so if something else happens, he can TP. Because he doesn't want to TP up here and then get dove, and that just sucks. So he's gonna walk up here. And actually gonna give the mid lane away to Ember. While Lycan takes over bottom lane, which isn't... This is not really a fun lane either. I think the Legion pick was smart in that sense. And they're gonna give the suck onto Axe in the top lane, but they come in with the torrent, the call, and Lanham is just winning this game right now for his team. Along with Paparazzi, of course, with the Sunstrikes. But now 11 though will fall low to the Maledict. Is he gonna tick out? No, Yapsor actually will just finish him off with the last auto attack there. And now the X mark torrent back. They're gonna get the kill there onto Yapsor as well. He tries for the sleep. Actually, he barely clips Fender at the edge, and he's gonna be able to try to run away. Sitting at 40 HP with a Sunstrike from Paparazzi on point once again. And that's why Fada didn't TP top. So now he's actually able to TP back. And he might be able to get the kill onto Fender here, but he's not quite. And Lanham is gonna cancel his suck there with the X mark real quick. Mid one cannot lane against Invoker at all. And 11 is actually going to make the TP down into the bottom lane. They want to get this dual win onto this Lycan. Can they get it? No. Yes, they will, as the chop comes out from 11. Going to secure the kill there onto Ace. And what started to be a dominating level or early game in game 1 for Team Secret into a quick win is now game 2 going the other way in favor of Vici. And don't count out the Elder Titan team. Don't count out the Elder Titan team. Never count out the Elder Titan team, but this just kind of is looking super grim for Secret right now. They need to get something done, as it is a 4K net worth advantage at only 9 minutes, pretty much. And they get the initiation here onto Lanham, and he's falling low and will tick out to the Maledict. Ori is coming in. He wants a duel here onto Puppy, and they made a rotation for Paparazzi as well. He's hitting so hard with the double nulls and treads. 11 wants to go for the dive here as well, but he's gonna go for the call. Sunstrike connects onto Fada. Another blind Sunstrike from Paparazzi secures him a double kill, and they're gonna get Yapsor here as well. Maybe not. Oh, he's gonna try to walk out on the right side. They don't have the lockdown for him, but Ori has a mango. He's gonna have one of the overwhelming odds, and he's gonna finish off that kill. Mid lane, there was a rotation from the Lycan just to push the tower, but that's a huge kill. Gets the kill down to Paparazzi. That's 475 gold. They're able to take out Lanham here as well. Triple Revenant 4 from mid one to secure the kill there. And that's what they needed. Regardless of all the deaths top, I mean, that pretty much made up for it. It's 1,000 gold swing right there. And they're going to get the mid tower as well. That's another 1,000. Vici will get the runes, however. Oh, a Puppy. set up on the high ground with the Death Ward.
Mid tower's
And
got one
not only did they get the mid tower, now they get the kill there.
Desire
You know,
might
it
wanna mine
isn't
the
that
top
big,
tower.
as there's only a support kill, but when they're this far behind, every kill matters. They will lose their safe lane tower, but Yapsor gonna try to defend it, maybe even go for the deny.
Better days.
Gonna fight Ori for it, but Ori will get the duel onto him. He gets the deny off. Is that worth it?
Trouble brewing at Radiant.
Questionable. Not sure if worth it or not. Maybe even trade. I don't know. But Ace finds himself a haste rune here. He has the dust prepared as well for the Invoker. Lanham wants his level 6. He's so close to getting it, but he's still a couple of experience away. Mid tower gonna get defended. It's really nice that he's able to sleep the catapult, prevent all of this alacrity catapult damage to his tier 1 tower. Let's look at blink timings for Axe and Legion. Axe very close to his blink, Ori very close to his as well. And that's when things get a little dicey for Team Secret. They gotta watch out for those blink initiations. But actually they're gonna start off with the X Mark Torrent boat onto the Pugna, and with the Sunstrike, that's just gonna be an easy kill there for VG. Fenrir is also level 6 right now. They're looking to put pressure down in the bottom lane, maybe force people to defend this tower, but I do not think if VG straight up push this, I don't think Secret will fully defend. Maybe actually they have El Trident, so I don't know, but I think this defense could also go very poorly. And there's still a bunch of stacks here that no one's farmed up quite yet. There's feeling pressured to do, other things on the map than just buckle down and farm these stacks. Now let's open to the net worth right now, and we'll see that Invoker is obviously at the top with all the kills that he's been getting. He also has great farm, and he has a Midas, and this is going to be a amazing Invoker game in terms of like just pure numbers for Paparazzi. Like Sunstrike's hit, farm, GPM, XPM, like he's having a perfect game pretty much. And he did have that one death in the mid lane, but since VG did not pressure the bottom lane here, even with the Blink Dagger on the Axe, they're going to find some time on the side of Secret to just farm all of these stacks, which will help them come back into the game just a little bit. And mid one is also getting a lot of space top to push this wave out. And he did go for the Phase Boots build, which is not common at all on Ember anymore. And he's going to TP to the Shrine here. They're looking to smoke up, but Ace needs to Shrine up a little bit. So actually, they're just going to chill for now. Ace falling low, actually. He's not quite strong enough to farm these Ancients. And there is a smoke coming out from VG. They really want to find a pick-off onto someone. Fenrir is going to drop a ward down, or a sentry ward down. He's going to drop a ward as well. Ori comes in with the duel there onto Yapsor with the Sunstrike, but they get the Decrepify, preventing the duel win and saving Yapsor as well. They come in with the Lycan. The Warlock Golem is dropped. Axel taking a ton of damage with the Decrepify. The Death Ward now coming out. It's doing so much damage. Puppy with the perfect Death Ward channeling pretty much full duration. They get the Decrepify Blaster on the Axe, and Pugna was just a perfect pick in this game. I talked about how Venomancer would be pretty solid, but after the Legion pick, not so much. Or actually before the Legion pick, because they had the option to last pick the Legion. So I think if they picked Veno, it would have just sucked against Legion Commander, but Pugna, you can see there, there's been, I don't know if they predicted the Legion pick, or what. They played like a scream with VG and they knew that they would do this, but it was pretty hard to predict that pick, and Pugna was just a perfect pick for this game. And it's only more impressive that they picked the Pugna before the Legion. Now it's a huge comeback for Secret now, and they pretty much even out the net worth. And what Ember getting the catch here onto Axe, and that's awful, as Axe got a haste room, but he got caught out. But though they will get the dual Sunstrike there onto Puppy, that's even more dual damage for Ori. However, they're looking to chase down Latham, but the boat comes out. He will not be able to survive, though. He actually still goes down. The Axe, still having the haste rune, will be able to just run away. Meanwhile, Invoker is still farming up, and he's going to have like a 16-minute Ags. 15-minute bounty runes spawning, and Secret should be able to pick up both of them down here in the bottom lane. Yapsor, he's going to go for a straight BKB. Interestingly. And Lycan back at it, farming these ancients.
Dire's mid tower won't last much.
Fenrir does have his ultimate on cooldown. He went for this 2-2-1 build, which I like. Upheaval's underrated spell. Gonna get both the battle runes here at top. And Legion looking for the kill here onto Ember Spirit. He has the blink duel and he's gonna get it onto mid one. The Sunstrike will be enough. And that's another duel win for Ori. I feel like this Legion might just get out of control. The carry Legion. And he's getting the duel wins. Already 50 damage for him. Meanwhile, Axe is looking to set up in the bottom lane. He's just hiding in the trees here, cutting a path for himself with the Quelling Blade. And they have TPs coming in as well from the Warlock. Lanham is showing himself in the lane. I'm gonna go for a pretty much core Kunkka build. Like a baby core Kunkka build. With the phase drums. Not opting for like mana boots or Aether Lens or anything like that. 11. He's ready to pounce at any moment. And he's gonna go for it. Gets the call there onto Legion Commander. They follow up. Actually, he didn't get the duel off. But they will regardless get the kill there onto Fada. But Lycan comes in, immediately runs at Fenrir, and he just gets destroyed. But they get the call here onto Lycan. This could be huge. The Death Ward comes out. He gets cancelled out. But now Ghost Winter comes out to duel as well. And they will get another duel win there onto Lycan. The sleep didn't come out in time, and even if it did, Invoker was there with the damage output. Mid one is rushing an Aeon Disc. Aeon Disc Ember Spirit for mid one. New meta. I mean, he needs it. Because I feel like in this game, it's one call and I'm die. And one duel and I'm die. And that goes for anyone. Yapster is committing to that BKB rush. I guess he just really wants to make sure he's able to get his stomp off in the fight. It's so important. He can save you from call, duel. But at the same time, like, there's also Sunstrike they have to worry with. Or worry about. There's an Aeon Disc build for Fada as well. So they're just trying to survive these fights. Again, they just lose a hero every fight because Ori can just go and duel someone who's isolated, Sunstrike, and they're dead. Because he's snowballing in terms of damage for sure, up to 64. And they're smoked up. Oh, actually, they broke their smoke from low ground to high ground as the Lycan was farming the Ancients. And now they can get the catch onto the Axe. They follow up with the stun, but the Torrent cancels the Death Ward. And they will get the Decrepify Suck here onto 11. He's still maledict up. He might actually tick down from this. But the heal, oh, never mind. Heal is not going to be enough. And he's going to get taken out. That's a lot of gold just going to Puppy all of a sudden. And now he's going to finish his Aeon Disc. What is this? Triple Aeon Disc for his Team Secret. It's a DD rune spawning bottom here. I don't know if they saw it or not, but they're going to smoke up. Necro Books were used, so they want to ideally take a fight before they expire. And since the Necro Books weren't smoked up, he's going to leave them AFK. He doesn't want to make this gank obvious. Actually, going to send them into mid. Kunkka going to see that opportunity to try to farm them, but they're going to come in with the Lycan ultimate. They're looking to chase down this Kunkka, but he's actually quite tanky with the Admiral's Rum, and he's also quite fast. But Lycan is faster, and he's going to be able to chase him down. Warlock had the ultimate there, but didn't use it. Yeah, he's going to save for now. They will X-Mark the Lycan back with no follow-up. They're just going to let him go. However, Puppy, though, is in kind of an itchy position here, and he really needs to get out. 11 comes in with the call, the Sunstrike to come out, but Puppy survives. He's a little bit too tanky. He's going to be able to heal himself up with the Warlock ultimate onto Fada, but he's just going to turn their back around onto them. And when the Legion duel comes in, the Axe actually dies. The Puppy, but they will get the duel there onto Yapster. They kill him, but I believe that was not a duel win. Yeah. Now Puppy turning back around, gets the casket out, but I think he's gonna die as well. Sunstrike coming out. That's gonna be another kill for Paparazzi, but they come in with mid one. They give Legion the suck, and the boat comes out just a little bit too late, and that's again gonna favor Secret marginally. And Invoker, even though he's so farmed, There's only so much he can do. He cannot commit to the fight, otherwise he's gonna get just run down. And he needs a BKB, otherwise the Pugna is also gonna do a ton of damage to him when he tries to take a team fight because of his nether ward. So he's really just been only sunstriking from now. But eventually he needs to actually be involved in these team fights, and they also desperately need a BKB on this Legion and Axe. Actually, Legion not going for BKB. I feel like this could be a big mistake. But I feel like they also don't want to go for BKB too early. And, you know, even though Secret getting some kills in there, this is not that big of a throw for VG. It's just they need to avoid taking these fights, because eventually, like, Secret are just going to eke their way back into the game if this keeps happening. Ace pushing bottom lane with some of his Necro units. He's going to go into the wolf form. Mid one caught up the Warlock, and he's going to get taken out. Now they see the Lycan. He's going to run and gets a Dust down to pop Rossi. Forces a BKB pop from him. Now Axe is here, and they got to try to avoid him. They will get the X-Mark back onto the Ember Spirit. Axe to follow up with the call as well, but Invoker does not have the follow-up. The Decrepify comes out. Mid one is able to survive because of the Aeon Disc, and they come in with the Death Ward to dual use onto Puppy, but he will die. There is only a support, however. They catch out Ori in the Sentry. Secret giving the Zuck to Paparazzi, forcing him back. Ori is gonna get the slap, and even with the net worth disadvantage and Invoker being as farmed as he is, Secret are still gonna be able to take fights. The Ember just went in. That's his job in this game. It's to catch the heroes. It's not to do damage. And he was able to just go in without fear because of his Aeon Disc build up. And, you know, once he realized that he had an Aeon Disc and they couldn't commit to kill him, they're in a weird position. And I feel like this is how both Legion and Axe work. Like, if they cannot kill a hero, it's very hard for them to disengage and re-engage. Especially in this game against Secret. You know, it's very difficult to disengage against Lycan, a hero that runs at maximum move speed, more than maximum move speed. You literally cannot outrun him, and also Ember Spirit having the constant ability to chase. And there's some insane death wards from Puppy as well. And this also now complete onto Fada, and initiations are getting a little bit trickier for VG now. Axe sitting on some pretty awkward items as well, and this game is looking like it could potentially turn in the favor of Secret. Now at this point, Ori did go for the Shadow Blade build, so he can look to scout for his own ganks, because again I think he can still kill anyone with the Sunstrike. With the Shadow Blade instead of a BKB, it's going to be a lot harder for him to stay alive in these fights, if, you know, Secret use their spells on him, which they probably will. I think their main target right now is Axe and the Legion, because they know they're vulnerable. They don't have BKBs yet, while Invoker does have his. Speaking of Invoker, he's just hard split pushing the top lane with the other Titan, or the 4 spirits. But it looks like Secret not gonna back down. They pushed in mid, and now they're just looking to go bottom. Ember Spirit puts a Remnant back for safety purposes. There's a pretty big creep wave down here, but I don't know if they can push against an Invoker. They're gonna blast the enemy wave. Here comes the Fatal Bonds from VG, and Tier 3 is taking a ton of damage to get the call onto Lycan. The Decrepify comes out. They will get the Tornado EMP. Ace is gonna get most of his mana burned, if not all of it. And Earthsplitter comes out from Team Secret. The Golem was dropped. They couldn't actually finish off any kills, and I feel like that is VG's problem. They also lose their Axe, which was again another significant swing. They lose the safe lane tower, or bottom tier 3 tower, their safe lane tower, and mid 1 just gonna go in. He's a space creator. He has an Aeon Disc as well. He doesn't care if he just starts tanking a bunch of heroes. Now Aces start hitting to Rax. Secret might actually just get a Rax here. The Warlock Golem will expire. Mid 1 chains 2 heroes in place and just creating so much space. However, now they're able to focus down the Lycan with the duel, the Meteor as well. Lycan will fall. Racks. Fada is all out of mana. He can't actually finish off the Racks. Yapzor's going in for it. 1 hit, 2 hits. They will get the Racks there. And now they're going to try to back away. They're willing to lose some heroes here. They did get a very, very early set of Racks just at 25 minutes. Fada staying alive. Doing all he can, but the call comes out from 11 and he will get taken out as well. And the lone survivor will be mid 1. Not 100% worth it, honestly. In a Lycan game, you don't want to just take Racks and die like that. It's not a good thing. But I think this game, they're fine. It's not one of the games where you feel awful for feeding the enemy some kills after taking their Racks. You know, there's other games where you're playing against, say, something like a Spectre or something like that, where that could be straight up game losing. But I think it's okay for Team Secret. But speaking of okay, mid 1 is not okay, as Ori just shows up and gives him the duel, and he gets sunstriked to death. And that's gonna mean that Vici's gonna be able to go play into Rochebit. 30 seconds for the Ember to come back in. Yapzor can make a huge play here to look to save using his Spirit. But they're gonna immediately just dodge out of the pit as soon as they see the Spirit coming in. And I think that Vici are 2 high skill players to oh no! That was a close one. But they ended up getting the Aegis. They had to use their BKBs just to secure it. But it's better safe than sorry. They do not want to give an Aegis away to Team Secret at this point. Now at this point, VG definitely at the advantage with this Aegis, as I mentioned. That's why you don't really want to lose half, if not more than your heroes, trying to take a Rax with Lycan. It just doesn't feel right, and always, you know, ends up poorly when Lycan takes a Rax and dies. At least in my personal experience with the hero. And oh no, that's amazing. Earth Splitter coming out. Holy crap, they're winning the team fight. The BKB from Yapzor is just doing so much. The Pugman gets focused down, but it doesn't matter. The damage output from Secret is just insane with the natural order. Puppy with the double kill, carrying the game as the 5 position. They just don't have the lockdown required to shut out this freaking Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is doing so much. Ember is gonna go chill. Push out the top lane, maybe. If we don't know what it is. But the boat coming out. It's gonna stop the push for now. Coming out from Secret. And they missed the call there onto the Ember Spirit. It will get the stomp onto Axe, but it will easily get removed from Legion Commander. The Battle Hungers single-handedly forced out the, well, not single-handedly, but it forced out the Pearl Bonds. And Puppy is just going to TP out. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Axe farming towards his next item, which I believe is going to be a BKB. Indeed it is.
The Radiant lost the top tower.
Top tower goes down to Ace. Now, if Secret can win one fight, they also can win the game, by the way. So this game is quite tense for both sides. You want to look at what hero has buyback and what heroes have the ability to come back in after the buyback. And it'll get the deliver onto the Lycan support, and Lycan just turns it around and gets a shot. And now they're gonna catch out more, but the boat doing a good job of isolating the Elder Titan, and he's gonna go down. The call used onto Puppy. He's not in trouble. The meteor coming out from Invoker. That's gonna finish out the kill. Mid one is gonna X-Mark back, but he has the Remnant out and he will escape it. Keep in mind the bottom lane has lost their Rax, but it's not really Axe still farming it up here. is definitely still extremely scrappy games from both sides. Paparazzi, I mean, I truly think he might be able to just straight up solo carry this game. He has 2 deaths, which kind of suck, but he's building into an Octoroon next. He's had a Midas for a long time. He's a very early Midas in this game, and I don't know what answers Secret truly have to a late game Invoker. I'm sure they can kill his Axe and Legion over and over again, but Legion has a bunch of dual damage. And you look at her, 106 dual damage. Spirit Vessel is being picked up now. And a very interesting Kunkka build coming out from Lanham with the Meteor Hammer mech build. And with this amount of Aeon Disc for the side of Team Secret, I wouldn't be surprised if I see someone on the side of Vici just buy a Nullifier. It would probably be Legion. Lanham clearing some waves. You can see his net worth is quite comparable with their offlaner. Ooh, they get the call onto the Pugna, but the Aeon Disc will keep him alive. The duel though, follow up from Old 11, and that will finish off kill there for VG. Now, both teams gonna look towards Roche, but it is not quite up yet. At this rate, I don't know how this Lycan gets another set of racks. I mean, Puppy has been dominating this game with the Witch Doctor, and I don't know if it's going to be enough. I mean, he's actually extremely farmed on this Witch Doctor for vibe position. You can see his net worth. He's more farmed than Yapzor, but how can he utilize that farm to help with his team to the best of his ability? Buy Spirit Vessel, which isn't bad against Doom. And wonderful. Beastmaster gets fire. And Udo comes in the back line with the suck onto the axe. He uses himself for safety. Ember, in the meantime, just gets a solo kill there onto Puppy. There's really nothing to do, as I said. He gets the Searing, or not Puppy, Witch Dog, or Paparazzi, the bigger kill, confusing the keys. And they get the Searing Chains canceled onto Axe. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He's stuck in the trees. He's gonna go down for sure. There they finish him off with one last Nether Blast. And Lycan, in the meantime, is just taking a tower. And that's huge kill there onto Paparazzi. He doesn't have buyback for 50 seconds. No buyback. This could be devastating. And I don't know if Secret knows this or not, but they could have the potential to just end the game right here. The Meteor Hammer being used by Lanham for defense purposes. The buyback was forced out of 11, and again, they don't know the buyback status of Paparazzi, so they're going to assume that he has it. But he did just buy a Shiva's Guard. Blink Dagger now picked up for mid 1, and of all Embers to carry a game that looks super hard, it would be mid 1's Ember, his signature hero. And he went from having an extremely rough laning stage to a pretty decent core set of items. Ember also gonna go a Hex. And oh, what is happening? This Axe. He's just gonna have to lose himself in the air. The Warlock ultimate comes out. Paparazzi's still not back, and they know that he doesn't want to buy back now with only 4 seconds left. And he didn't have it anyway. They're just gonna man up. Yapzor does so much damage. He's just gonna cleave through Ori. He's gonna do a ton of damage to the Golem here. And now it's 2 heroes left. Keep in mind, Axe doesn't have buyback. Mid 1 is just constantly staring Invoker in place. Keep in mind, he does have the BKB. We're gonna get the call here onto Axe, but going to Decrepify is not going to be enough to save him though, as the damage output from Paparazzi was enough. But though they get the Paparazzi stuck in the ground with the root, and he has to run away for his life. We're going to do a ton of damage to this top rack, even without the Lycan. Preferably they kept the Lycan alive, but it was just a little bit too difficult. considering the amount of healing coming out from Secret. They definitely could have just healed him back to full if you survived, but there's just way too much damage from the Invoker there. But regardless, they still will get the top racks as Ember jumps in, gets the catcher onto the Warlock. If they kill him, that's going to be no Warlock ultimate. They're going to get the suck onto the Mortal Invoker player, and he is immortal no longer. He has the buyback, but does not want to use it. His entire team is dead. Axe is dead for seemingly forever, and it looks like Secret will just completely outplay VG 2 games in a row. But the Legion comes in, the Cataclysm, destruction coming out from the Invoker, and that's gonna be his buyback, but they will hold the game. However, they've lost both side lanes, and this time around, Secret didn't get wiped to take the top racks. They lost Lycan, lost the Pugna, but they've kept the rest of their heroes alive. And you can see how on point mid one is, and just I haven't clicked on Yapsor. Look at Yapsor's build. He's doing so much damage in these fights. He's also level 20. Oh my, he went for the 30 Astral Spirit's hero attacks. If he hits multiple heroes, he's just going to be hitting insanely hard with the natural order and just going for crit. He's having fun with it. The crit pub Elder Titan build, full offense, even going for the Vlads just to help out the Lycan, and also buffing up his own damage. Mid one, finding a DD rune here, and the offlaners on the side of VG desperately need their BKBs, but they don't have it. And I say offlaners, so Legion is pretty much an offlaner as well, and he does have his BKB, but it's on cooldown right now. Keep in mind, no one on the side of VG really has buyback. They get the duel onto Lycan. This could be huge, and they're gonna get the pick off onto him. And he doesn't have buyback. Meanwhile, mid one just gets a kill in the mid lane, gets the D wards as well with his DD rune. And he might have to use his DD rune, but gets the remnant out before the call can connect. They're rooting the Legion in place, and now they're gonna give him the suck. He does not, or Kunkka, I mean. That's not Legion came in here, but he gets stunned immediately. He didn't have his BKB. Yapsor making the play. They're gonna focus down Fada. The call gets used, but Yapsor is just punching them. He's still full HP. Mid one gets the kill there. The buybacks come out from Secret's cores. They want to get Roshan. They know that none of these heroes have buyback, and Ember feels unkillable now. They don't have the lockdown for him at this point, as he can just really dodge most of the lockdown they have. And also, of course, he still has the Aeon disc, and I think the itemization, decision making from Secret has just been so on point in this game 1 and game 2 now at this point. And keep in mind, this early game kind of was disastrous for them, because Kunkka was, giving them a hard time. But it didn't matter. They felt confident in their draft, and they were able to come back in the game slowly but surely. They dropped the Warlock ult here. Oh, Cataclysm comes out. Lycan's taking so much damage. It's only so long to come back and keep him alive. He pops a BKB, however, and with that up, they're actually just cleaning through VG, and that's Mega Creep secure, so they can just go back for Roshan. The buyback was forced out of the Legion Commander. They don't want to play this sloppy. All they need is just to back it off, wait for their cooldowns, but they're just going to head into Roshan right now. This is just a little bit risky, but I think they can do it in time, because again, the VG will still have to deal with Mega Creeps. And look at this network. It was in the favor of Vici all game, but not that significantly, by the way, because again, Secret was playing super efficient in the early game, having insane amount of stacks. Lycan wasn't having the best games when he rotated into the jungle. Same thing with Legion. Well, Pugna was able to just pretty much just push the lane the whole time he was there, because VG's attention was focused elsewhere. And now they are poised to win this game. And it was quite a comeback, but at the same time, it felt like just a dominant win. So at some points, VG were just kind of going in one by one, getting picked off. The sleep was disrupting the fight. They needed their BKBs. The BKBs didn't last long enough, and the fights were insanely drawn out. They would kind of like tunnel vision onto one target on the side of Optic, and even though that target ended up dying, it didn't matter. The rest heroes were just way too strong. They had good replay buttons, and that's all I have to say. I mean, now VG are against Mega Creeps. I don't know how long they can hold this, but it's not easy when your Axe just picked up his 10-second BKB. Just picked up his 10-second BKB.
I'll take that.
13k, now worth advantage for Team Secret. Now they have a Hex on the side of Secret. On the Pugna, I don't know how VG wins against Mega Creeps here. I think they have one option, is just to continue to snowball with this Legion and just go straight throne at some point. But there it is, the Legion duel onto the Ember Spirit, where he has the Aeon Disc, nothing to dispose of it, and he gets to cheese off Remnants away. Gives him a little burp there as well. Now their smoke up is in the mid lane, and they're looking to go in. The axe is fast on his speed. He dodges the paralyzing cast. He wants to get the call here onto Fada. Can they get the save onto him? Doesn't need to. He has the Aeon Disc, and ooh, the Hex comes out. He's looking to focus down the Conqueror. That's a big pick off if you can get it, but Legion Banner comes in. She will get really rooted in place. Axe is just manning up for his own life. He gets taken out by the Maledict. And now Ember with the triple Remnant point. Thinking he can kill them, but it's a little bit mistimed. Doesn't matter though, as they're still wiping the floor with VG. GG's surely gonna be called at this point, and it will be. And Secret gonna make this a quick 2-0, making it look pretty easy in game 1 and even game 2. You know, game 2 definitely had a rough start, but they made the moves necessary to do what it takes to just come back in the game, and after that it just felt like they were the ones in control all game. It was just so difficult to play this Legion and Axe lineup into Pugna. And keep in mind, the Pugna was picked before these two heroes, and I gotta give that to Fada for the amount of saves, but also I think you gotta give the MVP to Puppy, who had an amazing game on this Witch Doctor. He was all in the right place. The death wards were on point, doing almost full channel in terms of damage on them, and also, you know, the casket being super annoying for like these melee frontline heroes on the side of VG Gaming. And you know, definitely not to count out Yapsor and Mid One as well, who had an amazing Ember game. And I think Secret just overall just straight up outplayed VG. They were on their comfort heroes, and it showed. You know, Ace got first blood in mid lane. He still kept relatively evil Invoker. Eventually he fell behind, but at that point he had the jungle to fall back on. And now the Ember, who got completely destroyed in his lane by the Axe, was able to come back. And these Aeon Disc builds were like next level. This triple Aeon Disc. And because if you look at the nature of VG's draft, they just blow their load and they hope to kill people. And without that, they just couldn't actually fight. There was just too many Aeon Discs. They had no way to purge it. Even though they had a Yules on 11, no, it just wasn't there in time, and it wasn't there in opportune moments. Like they already all had their Aeon Disc, and it just suddenly became a major problem for VG to kill anyone at the start of the fight. And they took out all these prolonged fights, and the damage output from an Elder Titan is not to be underestimated. And just once again, it felt like EVG, if you look at their draft, you think, okay, they have decent amount of damage. Also, if you look at the Legion Commander that literally stole 160 damage by the end of the game, it's just still not enough damage against Team Secret, because they're able to save each other, heal up using the Voodoo Restoration. You know, they also have this Suck from the Pugna, and that's really all it took. Well, what a game. What is the next game, guys? Is the next game gonna be the winners? Is it VP versus Secret? I think it is, but that's probably gonna be a short break, right? Yeah, that's way too long a break. So I'm actually gonna stop the stream for now, I think, because there's really nothing to stream. You're literally just gonna be watching nothing. So I'm not gonna play games. So that's gonna be it for the stream for now. I'm probably not gonna be back. I might be back, I don't know. Depends. Because I did sleep before this a little bit, but I wasn't expecting to cast right away. I was expecting to start casting now. But you know, Ghostly Gamers messed up, So the next game is going to be VP versus Secret, but of course, since Secret just played, they're going to give them a little bit of a break to prepare, because it wouldn't be fair otherwise. So again, because there's that break, and I'm not going to play a game in the meantime, and I don't know what else I would do for like an hour, I'm just going to turn off the stream. You guys make sure you subscribe or follow on Twitch. If you're watching YouTube, you can subscribe, whatever, if you want to get notified when I come back online, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be casting, unless like I oversleep or something like that. But I think I'm going to take a quick nap, and then continue casting. And if not, if I miss that game, I'll definitely be casting the game afterwards, which is going to be the lit game. It's going to be Liquid versus PSG LGD. So I'll see you all later, and that's gonna be it for my cast for now. Thanks for watching. Peace out, everyone. It's been Hachi, and hope you guys enjoy.